Welcome to the Arena League. This is football reimagined. Not your great-grandpa's slow-motion Sundays. This is 7-on-7. It's fast. It's loud. Every play is pressure. Every yard is earned. 2025 brought the upgrade. 20-second play clock. No punts. No breaks. Live walls. And yeah, they hit. QBs now have a run lane. Step out. That's a flag. Everyone's eligible except the center. Touchdowns are 6. Then choose 1 from the 5 or 2 from the 10. Kickoffs are different here. We throw it all, and it's gotta fly 40 yards. And if it hits the stands, take that puppy home. No other league does it like this. New rules, new era. We're growing fast and hitting harder. This is the Arena League, the most entertaining league in sports. And your moment starts now.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Everything else in that locker room stays in that locker room. We ready for war now.
Defeat. All eyes are on Duluth, Minnesota, as the Duluth Harbor Monsters play host to the Hot Springs Wise Guys in the second ever Arena League Championship, Arena Mania 2. Riley Underwood alongside my partner, the Heisman Trophy winner, the Hall of Famer, Tim Brown. And boy, do we have a good one in store tonight.
No doubt about it, man. You know, this season, this game sort of reminds me of how the year ended last year, where we thought Kansas City was a hot team. They were going to run away with it. All of a sudden, Duluth came out of nowhere and won it. And I don't think anybody saw Hot Springs 3 or 4 weeks ago being here, but they're here. And I tell you what, I think they're ready for the challenge. It should be a great football game.
Hot Springs, this is their first season in the league. How impressive is that? And Duluth trying to go back-to-back, so 2 great storylines to watch for tonight. One thing we do need to mention, we have some breaking news right now. Wide receiver Aaron Dilworth of the Wise Guys is out tonight. His hand is broken in 8 places, and this wasn't known before tonight. He's been out the last 2 games. The story behind it is really the interesting piece. He told me right before the game, no one else knows this. 2 weeks ago, 2 Saturdays ago today, from this date, it was the Iowa game, the first Iowa game, and he was hanging out with his family, and a pit bull comes charging at his 14-year-old niece. So, of course, he tries to protect her, put his hand out. His right hand broken in 8 places. The dog bites him. He could see his bone through it. And you know how tough this guy is? He was trying to convince everyone to let him play today. I mean, this guy, I've heard stories of this guy that I'm not going to repeat just because of how crazy they are. This guy's a competitor. Reminds me a lot of his head coach, Bones Bagante, when he was at Cincinnati. Oh boy, that's a big loss. The leading receiver, Aaron Dilworth, out today, not playing with a broken hand.
Yeah, that's not good news. I hope the young man is doing better, gets better for sure. But that's the attitude of these kids, man. If they can play, if you can tape it up, and let's go. You know, and I mean, I really admire about these kids. I mean, they are really all in, trying to give you the best they got, and that's why they're here tonight.
Hot Springs going on the road for the championship game. Last week they took care of business against Iowa, really handedly won that one, and it was really a spectacular first half. Talked to Mike check. Referee Mike check. Said if we played like that in the first half, the rest of the game, if they kept listening to me, we would have blown them out by a whole lot more. But really disciplined first half, and that's really the style of this Hot Springs.
I tell you what, man, like I said at the beginning, you know, this team has really come together over the last 4 or 5 weeks to be here. And I mean, it's a scary thing when a team really gets it together and knows exactly what they want to do and how to get it done. And so I'm really looking forward to this game. I know Duluth is a hot team, and they are the reigning champions. And that makes this just a bigger game for everybody involved.
Duluth, the number 1 seed coming into this game. They won pretty big as well against Ozarks. They thought Ozarks maybe would try to come in and upset them the second week in a row. Nah, that wasn't happening. A huge 69-26 win here at home. And they're good on their home turf here at the Deck Arena.
Look, man, this is a team that is hungry. They know how to get it done. They play like a bunch of ravenous dogs around here, man. And I mean that in a very good way. And that's what you want to see, man. I mean, these guys are going to protect their home field, and now they're playing for the whole deal. They playing for this big bad boy. You know what I mean? So now they have even more reason to be into this game, and I think they will be.
One reason they're so successful, they have a big wide receiving core. They have Jamal Couch, Dan Williams. Those 2 combined for 29 total touchdowns on the year. If you're trying to stop the Harbor Monsters, those 2 are players on the outside you need to stop.
Yeah, that's tough. Because you're not going to have DBs with that size that these guys have, you know what I mean, to be able to come in here and stop them. So that's going to be a problem for Hot Springs for sure. And they got to find the answer to if they want to win this game.
For Hot Springs, their quarterback, Jordan Ambrose, is the one who keeps the motor going. He can do it with his arm, but boy, can he do it with his legs as well. The first time in week 3 these 2 teams met up, he ran the ball 27 times. I mean, he just pounds the rock, takes a beating, but boy, he gets in the end zone too. He likes it.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's why he plays the position, so he can run the ball, not throw the ball. You know what I mean? So, look, I just think these guys are built for this, and they're looking forward to this challenge, man. It's going to be a great one.
On the other side, Javante Johnson, I mean, he's been a big factor these past few games. Last week against Ozarks, season highs across the board, 6 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. He usually shied away from running the ball throughout the rest of the season, but this time he really stepped it up. He took the ball into his own hands. It looked like Jordan Ambrose a little bit for a couple of plays. He wasn't afraid to run it, but if he can stay consistent and not turn the ball over, boy, that'd be huge for Duluth tonight.
Yeah, well, these games always come down to turnovers, right? If you turn the ball over on downs or turn the ball over by a pick or fumble, so, if they can avoid that, you got a better chance of winning the game.
Turnovers definitely might be a deciding factor in this one. And there's no better team at capitalizing off those turnovers than the home team here today, the Duluth Harbor Monsters. 10 defensive and special teams touchdowns on the season. That leads the league by a wide margin. I mean, it's not always the most consistent defense, but it's the defense that creates the most sparks.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you want your defense not only to stop them, but you want them to score when they get that opportunity. Because now that makes it harder on the other offense. Now they know they're 2 scores down right away. And so, look, I just think you have a great defense when you have special teams that put points on the board. It makes it very, very difficult to beat them.
The Wise Guys have an impressive group of defensive backs as well, and they rank tops in the league across all defensive categories. This is a team that's going to make you fight for your yardage, and on offense, they're going to grind it out as well. But talking about their defensive backs, they have DeWandre Crockett, Vishawn Palmer, Roderick Chapman, 3 big names in the Arena League. And specifically in Week 3 when the Wise Guys came in here and won 43-31, Duluth, if you remember, had a chance. They were on the 1-2 yard line. All they had to do was punch it in. They basically had the victory. Hassan Brockman throws a pick 6 to Vishawn Palmer. It's those defensive touchdowns that really change the game, and those defensive backs, it starts with them.
Through and through. But I will admit to you, defense wins championships. It's going to always come down to your defense making a stop when you need to make that stop. And so if they come out the best defense tonight, I believe we'll win the game.
Trey Wortham was the player that scored 2 defensive touchdowns last week against the Lunkers for Duluth. A couple weeks before, Dante Mason had 2 of his own. I mean, it's just an all-around effort forcing those turnovers. And I think tonight it comes down to protecting that ball, being disciplined. Hot Springs, definitely the most disciplined team in the league. They're coached by the Coach of the Year, Bones Bagante, in his first year. Discipline is the name of the game, and I think that might win this one for either team.
Well, yeah, no doubt. Look, you come on the road, you really have to be secure with the football because you don't want to get the crowd into it. You want to keep the crowd as silent as possible. If you make a big mistake early, they get ramped up, the team gets ramped up, and it makes it a much more difficult task.
Boy, we have a fun one here tonight, Tim. It's the Duluth Harbor Monsters trying to regain their crown and go back-to-back, and it's the Hot Springs Wise Guys that are hoping to win their first ever championship in their first ever year as a franchise. It's going to be a fun-filled 60 minutes of action, and they're going to be there for the coin toss. You're also going to be announcing some regular season awards at halftime. That'll be fun. We'll catch you again at halftime. Enjoy the rest of the game and check out what happened last week in the semifinals. Two rematches of the previous week in the semifinal matchups. The first, Iowa at Hot Springs. 5 minutes in, Jordan Ambrose gets the Wise Guys on the board first. 2 minutes later, Jordan Leverett, he dives into the boards and the end zone. Closing moments of the first quarter. Ambrose finds another lane and another rushing score. That makes it 13-10 Wise Guys. Both teams quiet for 10 minutes before Ambrose finds a slippery Lou Dorsey to put him up by 2 scores. First play after the 2-minute warning, Ambrose unloads a deep ball to Travion James. Those two weren't done yet. 10 seconds left in the half. Ambrose again, James again, flipping over the wall. The fans are absolutely loving it. Gets mobbed afterwards behind the boards. Hot Springs up 32-10 at halftime. Iowa needs a comeback. Rogers steps up and locates Justin Brown. Check out this point after. Beautiful grab by Vishawn Palmer one-handed. Iowa needs some stops, though. They get one better. Defensive touchdown after the fumble, strip sack. of Jordan Ambrose, they come up with it. Well, you got to score on offense. Bad snap, the Darren Prime scoops and scores to start the fourth quarter, and the wise guys don't look back. Ambrose finishes with 6 total touchdowns, and Hot Springs wins 57-36 to advance to Arena Mania 2 in their very first season. Duluth working to defend their title and to get back at a chance for a back-to-back. They have to beat Ozarks. First drive, Tyler Kolka to Matt Rush. That starts it off strong for the Lunkers. Lunkers later, though, Javante Johnson answers right back to Dan Williams. A very quick response, tied at 6 apiece. Lunkers 4th and goal, a very similar play to what they scored on earlier, but this time Rush gets stripped. Trey Wortham takes it all the way back for a Harbor Monsters touchdown. They lead the league in defensive scores. Johnson trying to find Jamal Couch, but Ja'Kalen Jackson makes a leaping one-handed interception. How do you like that? Duluth, you need a defensive play? Trey Wortham is going to give it to you. A pick for 6. His second defensive touchdown of the game. Extracurriculars after the play. That was in no short order in this one. Tension's running high. That's the best time to score. Rajay Johnson-Sanders fights his way into the end zone. High fives all around. All these fireworks, and we still haven't hit the midway break. Jamal Couch bowling over defenders out of the backfield. 4 seconds left in the half. Tyler Kolka heaves it up, and Rajay Johnson-Sanders clears the wall into the women's room. What a way to hang on to it. Don't understand waving by when you're down 2 scores, but the point after was just as nice. Kendrick Payne flips over the wall for the conversion. Harbor Monsters up 33-20 at the break. 8 minutes into the second half. 4th and goal. Johnson to Ladarian McAllister. Touchdown, Duluth. Don't think you're going to keep Brandon Mackey quiet all game, though. He's going 44 yards to the house, escaping and eluding. Almost gets pushed into the barrier. No can do. Still in the third. Marcus Sessoms wide open. Javante Johnson finds him. That's easy. Home team up 45-26. Johnson, plenty of time. Good blocking and slipping out. Ladarian McAllister, leaping over the defender too. Touchdown for number 16. Lunkers do not score again the whole rest of the game. Duluth does. Javante Johnson, high ball. Jamal Couch, nice catch. Harbor Monsters win big, 69-26, and send the Lunkers back to Springfield. Here with Duluth head coach Tony O'Neill. Coach, Hot Springs, it's the only team that you haven't beaten this year. How can you get it done tonight in the championship game?
It's the only team I haven't coached against. They beat us when I was under suspension, and I've had this date circled forever.
10 is now the total number of defensive and special teams touchdowns that the Harbor Monsters have had this season. What has made those units so successful at getting scores?
We look to dominate at all phases, offense, special teams, and defense. We find it important to suffocate any team that we're playing, and that's the way you do it, dominating all phases.
Back-to-back championships on the line. You're the number 1 seed. Do you feel like the heavy favorite in this one?
That doesn't matter. I mean, we don't pay attention to who picks us. We just look to come out and perform well, put on a show for our fans, and show whatever team we're facing that everything runs through Duluth.
Another championship run to the championship game this season. What's been the key to success?
Consistency. Consistency over everything. Watching film, handling practice, everything at 100%.
Coach of the Year award went to the coach on the other sidelines.
Yeah.
Did they get it right?
I stand behind the league's decision on whatever they do.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Here with Hot Springs head coach Bones Bagante. Coach,
What's up, man?
you have never lost to a team the second time you've played them in the season. What's made you so successful the second time around after seeing that first game film?
I mean, just learning from my mistakes. We try not to make the same mistake twice. I mean, with sports or anything, of course, it's going to happen, but we just have to limit our mistakes and learn. That's it. That's just learning on the fly and being able to make adjustments on air. That helps us a lot.
In the first and only matchup between you guys and Duluth, you, of course, came out on top. Jordan Ambrose, your quarterback, rushed 27 times in that game. That was a season high for him the whole season. Yeah. Is that going to be a focus again today, pound the ground with number 2?
I mean, it just depends. I mean, when we went into it, obviously that wasn't our case. But like I said, with on-field adjustments and stuff like that, we just went with the best route that can get us to victory.
Travion James, 3 total touchdowns on the year. 2 of them came last game in the semifinals. How big has he been in the absence of Aaron Dilworth, coming alongside number 11, Terrell Brown, kind of taking the load off of him?
Yeah, man. All of those guys are great, man. It's next man in mentality. And he's stepped up and made some spectacular catches. Even one of his catches, he was number 6 on ESPN, man. So that was amazing. I'm super proud of that kid. He came in last minute, and just helped us out tremendously with Terrell Brown, a Boston kid. He's been extremely consistent. So, I mean, he's a rookie and he's learning and he wants to learn. He wants to get better.
You're in the championship game, the Wise Guys' first ever season. What's been the key to success?
I mean, like I said, man, just believe and just buying in. With all the stuff we went through to get here, like we didn't get here until 5 this morning on game day, and that could break a lot of people, let alone teams, and we got young adults on the team, and that just shows our mental fortitude. And that plays a part throughout the whole season. When things are not going our way, just hunker down and get it done. Coach of the Year, how's it feel? Feels good, man. It feels right. I'm just thankful that everybody can see my vision and see what I can add to the sport of arena football. And I'm just blessed, man. I really appreciate everybody who voted, and I appreciate the outcome for sure, man. Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Leading offensive producer receiving-wise will be out for tonight's contest.
Meanwhile, they still have Terrell Brown, second in the league with 48 catches on the year, 325 total yards, 9 touchdowns, and he had 6 catches for 27 yards against the Harbor Monsters. Also keeping an eye on would be Lee Dorsey. Dorsey with 33 catches, 210 yards, 3 touchdowns, had 5 catches and a touchdown in the meeting with these two teams. Lee Dorsey, a prominent recruit for Lovie Smith when he was the former Bears coach. When he was head coach at Illinois, Lee Dorsey was a part of his first recruiting class, but ran into disciplinary problems and could not continue past his freshman year.
Yeah, that kind of shows what kind of player he is, though. Certainly dynamic with the football and a big-time target for his quarterback in Jordan Ambrose. And it sounds like we are about ready for the team introductions here at the deck.
Well, the other difference is, well, we've got 2 entrances for them. We've got the blue, of course, familiar for the Harbor Monsters, and the black for the Wise Guys, as they are now being introduced by Stadium Public Address announcer Brian Prudhomme. Hot Springs 5-3 on the season. Harbor Monsters only 1 loss at home this year, and it was to the Wise Guys. And we welcome all our viewers on Fan Club, along with, of course, YouTube. I'm Tom Stalker, along with Jenner Graff. The visiting Wise Guys from Hot Springs, Arkansas are taking the field down below to our left. I did some real extra video scouting on this team, though. They're the wise guys, right? So this afternoon, Goodfellas was on, and so I studied it very, very closely. The reason why they're called the wise guys is back in the day, a lot of the guys from the outfit would lounge in the hot springs baths of Hot Springs, Arkansas during the wintertime, trying to get away, let's say, from the heat in their particular hometowns. And now the Harbor Monsters, that is Rip. The Harbor Monsters mascot. There he is. Judging from where we're seeing people sit here tonight, Jenner, this may be by far the best crowd of the year, and why not? Here we are, week 10 of the season. Just unbelievable how fast it's gone by, and who knows what's going to happen at the end of 4 quarters, and maybe nothing will happen at the end of 4 quarters.
Yeah, we never know, and I always love free football. If we can get this game into overtime, I know we got the league owner and the league commissioner in the house. Why not have some free football if we can? But Harbor Monsters going to do their best to win this thing in regulation here tonight. But yeah, you mentioned it. Definitely the best crowd we've seen all night here at the deck, and why not for this Arena Mania 2.
And the very talented Harbor Monsters cheerleading and dance squad performing out there at midfield along with Rip, setting the tempo for this one here. Also, I noticed, just so used to the visiting teams wearing white here, the wise guys are wearing all red. And so Harbor Monsters are wearing blue, and they've asked the fans to wear blue here this evening.
Our house. I was born a king. I was born to be a winner. I was born to be a champion. You give them everything in your body today. You break your neck to break their neck. So when you step on that field again, you say, let's go, king.
Everything that was in that locker room stays in that locker room. You ready for war now?
And so, they will introduce the Harbor Monsters entering the field from down below to our right. This crowd's getting with it here tonight. Here in Duluth. We're heading towards the end of summertime. We were up over the 80-degree mark up here at the tip of Lake Superior. That's warm for us folks up here. There goes Sosa Maxwell being introduced. Hassan Brockman, who will be playing probably in the backfield tonight. Dante Mason. Javante Johnson.
QB1 right there, Javante.
Javante, second in the league in passing yards. Here comes Lavelle Spruce, Quintavious Workman, Marcus Sessoms, Chiel now being introduced. Tyrek Man. The Mac attack, Ladarius McAllister. Baron Mallory. Trey Wortham. Already 2 interceptions and one of those for a touchdown. Michael Austin Fields with 4 sacks already this season. The centers, number 44, Travis Whitlock. And at wideout, Dan the Threat Williams, former NFL player, tied for 3rd with 44 catches on the year. And by the way, he's tied with teammate Jamal Couch with those 44 catches.
You mentioned Jamal Couch, but his ground game has really taken over. Last week he had 6 rushes for -4 yards and 2 touchdowns, though, so don't be...
The stat line may be fooling, but the yards and the production has been certainly there for Jamal Couch on the ground.
Jamal Couch gets more points per rush. 10 touchdowns rushing. That's 2nd in the league. And he's averaged 1.2 yards a carry. But, of course, he really came into being, we knew him as one of the top receivers for the Iowa Woo last year. There's head coach Tony O'Neill coming out. Nope, Tony's coming out. Here comes Tony O'Neill. Tony O!
Looking cool, calm, and collective. The reigning Coach of the Year.
Yep.
He's been there and done that, won the Arena League inaugural season, trying to go back-to-back for his Duluth Harbor Monsters here in his home crowd.
And out to prove that last year was no fluke. They came in with the best record. They came in with the number 1 seed. But this is a Hot Springs team that is brimming with confidence and looking to pull off a huge win on the road. Now, from the deck in Duluth, Minnesota, the singing of our national anthem. They are ready here in Duluth, Minnesota, on the shores of Lake Superior for Arena Mania 2. And who will come away with that beautiful, tall silver trophy?
Looking at the commissioner.
There's the commissioner. NFL Hall of Famer, former Heisman Trophy winner. When you just see him, you can start singing, Wake Down the Echoes, Shake Down the Echoes for the Notre Dame fight song. He is, of course, a great star from Notre Dame. Now the captains are meeting at midfield. Javante Johnson, Sosa Maxwell, Travis Whitlock, Jamal Couch, Dan Williams. For the Wise Guys, Darren Primes, along with other captains, Troy Evans, number 0, Roderick Chapman,
Lady Liberty is the head,
and number 2, Jordan Ambrose.
It is your choice. Tails is called Mr. Brown. It's heads. Your choice? You'd like to defer, you'd like the ball. Where are you going to throw off from? Okay, step over here if you would, please. The Harbor Monsters have won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. The Wise Guys will receive from the open end of the field. Good luck. Let's play Arena Mania football.
Here we go. It all started back on the 1st of June. It was a Friday night with the two teams that played in this game a year ago. The Harbor Monsters playing the Iowa Woo in Waterloo, Iowa. Harbor Monsters were impressive, putting 72 points on the board in that victory, starting the season that the summer goes by so very, very quickly, and here we are going to determine who's going to be the champion in this league's second year. And not surprising at all, Jenner, Harbor Monsters win the toss and defer.
Yep, it's been the story of their entire season so far. The defense has carried, and they've set the tone early on in the game, and they're going to try and do the same thing tonight. We expected them, if they won that toss, they would defer, and that's exactly what happened. And we expect that defense to put on a strong performance early on here.
For our radio listeners, the Harbor Monsters are defending the end zone down to our right, and the throw-off from Travion James will be from the end zone to our left. Nope, Travion's not going to do it. Here's Roderick Chapman coming out. Roderick, he's got 4 interceptions this season, and he will throw it up. There's no kicking in the Arena League. And if you're catching your first Arena League game, we'll explain some of those nuances as the broadcast continues this evening. 15-minute quarters. And here we go. The throw from Trey Wortham, taken at the 4, to the 10, to the 15, hit at the 19, and brought down by Tyrick Mann at the 21-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 20, and it'll be 1st and 10, Wise Guys at their own 20-yard line.
Let's see how we do with this team's on defense.
So will they again rely on the legs of Jordan Ambrose? Or will they look to their core of receivers, missing a very important cog tonight, but still a very, very talented group, even without Dilworth. Jordan Ambrose out of Defiance College, back for the snap. In the backfield is Quay Hicks. Man in motion, and getting hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss on the play. Back at the 14-yard line, Shy Hill with the tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and a loss of 5.
Yeah, it looked like Shy Hill took a block there. I think it was Michael Austin Fields in the backfield there, blew it up from the start, but there was no secret what Hot Springs wanted to do there. They had a blocker in the backfield, sent the man in motion to block, and it was blown up from the start right away by that front 3 of the Harbor Monsters.
20 seconds, the play clock in between snaps. Wide out, 2 on the near side with 1 in motion straight ahead. That's James. Flushed out of the pocket and getting sacked on the play back at the 6-yard line is Ambrose. Sacked on the play.
Well, that time it was Shy Hill who let the man loose, shed that block, No problem there, and Ambrose had a blue jersey in his face early on in a big third down and extra sticks for the Hot Springs Wise guys coming up.
A loss of 7. It's now 3rd down and 22, back at their own 8-yard line. Throwing from the goal line, stepping up in the pocket, Ambrose. Tripped up, lost balance, stumbled at the 15, knocked off balance by Dante Mason, who was second in the league this year with 63.5 tackles. They mark him down at the 16-yard line, a pickup of 8. It'll be 4th down and 14.
The Wise guys have elected to surrender. It'll be Duluth Harbor Monsters.
And he scrambled in the pocket. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, but that looked like a running lane violation right there too. But there was no flag, and doesn't matter because the ball don't lie. Surrender on the first series of the game by the Wise guys.
Again, instead of a punt, a team that decides to surrender, the opposition will get the ball at their own 15-yard line. And that's where the Harbor Monsters start this drive, at their own 15, going from right to left. Javante Johnson in the backfield. Wide to the near side, Williams. In the slot was Workman. Throws across the body, too high, too wide, looking for Marcus Sessoms. Sessoms, who kind of lurked in the shadows of the receivers like Jamal Couch and Dan Williams, but all of a sudden, he's not really a hidden factor anymore. 37 catches on the year. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, you mentioned 37 catches, but 7 of those came last week, and had 70 yards and 2 scores along with that as well.
Long pass down the far side, overthrown. It lands into the Wise guys bench across the way, looking for Workman in the pattern down the far boards. And he was covered on the play.
I think that was Roderick Chapman on the coverage there.
Chapman finally got a chance to see the number. 3rd and 10.
It was good coverage, a very physical play there by Chapman. Workman had no chance to get to the football there.
But it stretched out that defense. Here is a pass. First down, Jamal Couch makes the catch across the 25. Brought down by Chapman at the Wise guys' 23-yard line.
Great route there by Jamal Couch. Got to the sticks. Javante Johnson put it on him as soon as he turned around, and he backpedaled for the first down there, playing in his second arena mania, this time for the blue and gold.
A 12-yard reception on 3rd and 10. 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side. 2 of them will be in motion, 1 straight ahead, the other parallel. Sweeping to the near side, Jamal Couch. He likes that form of the jet sweep, and he takes it down for a 4-yard gain to the 19-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 6.
And a good gainer there in first down. Like to see to get that early on action, showing that jet sweep and getting positive yardage right away, running to the short side of the field.
10.5 minutes ago, opening quarter, no score. Harbor Monsters' first drive, they're on the march. From the 19, officially call it the 20. Williams doubles back near side on motion. Throw, and somebody was doing the wrong pattern. It was a basic, what we would call in the old days, a post pattern, even though we have no posts here. That was intended for Quintavious Workman, but he cut off the route short.
Yeah, we got to give credit to Darian's primes right there. Pressure in the backfield. Javante had no option but to get rid of that one early.
So far, 3 incomplete passes on this drive. From the 20-yard line, call it 3rd down and 7 yards to go. As Johnson rolls to the far side, throws, caught! What a catch by Couch, a little bit behind him, and he was able to shield the ball from Vishon Palmer, who was closing on the defense, but a great gain and a 1st and 10 now at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, you mentioned shielding Palmer right there. Jamal Couch, such a big frame. He barely fit in the press box. He was up here just a couple weeks ago. boxed him out like a basketball player and then beautifully dove for that football, getting another first down on third down as coach.
So first down, they can get a first down without scoring. As Javante quick out near side to Williams. He is pushed into the boards at the 5-yard line by former Harbor Monster Zeno Hannibal.
Yeah, good play there by Hannibal. Not trying to bring him down, using the rules to his advantage right there, just pushing Williams into the boards. And here comes a heavy package for the Harbor Monsters here as Chai Hill and Michael Austin Fields check into the game.
A pickup of 4 for Williams. The ball is at the 4-yard line, and it is second down and 3. Quick handoff, that time Couch, who is the running back. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Harbor Monsters. Touchdown, Jamal Couch. A 4-yard touchdown run by his standards. That was about like running the length of the field.
Yeah, it was great blocking up front. Couch just had to beat one defender, and he did that with ease. And you mentioned it, a long run there for Couch. Usually he's a goal line back, standing at a tall 6'6", and number 6 finds the end zone. 4-6 for the Harbor Monsters.
Again, rushing, Jamal averaged on 23 carries 1.2 yards a tote as he scores rushing his 11th touchdown of the year. Now they go for 1 point with the ball from the 5. Javante's got time. Now throws, caught in the near corner of the end zone. Dan Williams with the point after. And a 7-0 lead for the Harbor Monsters with 7:18 to go in the first quarter. 7-zip Duluth.
A beautifully orchestrated drive right there by the Harbor Monsters. You can see Javante rolling, buying time, finding Williams into the end zone for the point after. But it was just a good job there, sticking to what your offense does best. They scrambled, they got enough time, converted 2 third down and longs on that series, and then eventually found the end zone with Jamal Couch. But great start for the Harbor Monsters. Got the job done on defense, and the offense picked up right where the defense left off.
35 yards on 8 plays. 8 plays in the Arena League is about as long of a drive as normally you will find. That's like a 15-play drive on the usual 100-yard field. 7:18 remaining first quarter, 7-0, and now the Harbor Monsters throw it back to the Wise Guys. Catch from the 7. Chapman behind a block, but he runs out of blocking as he crosses the 20 and up to about the 21-yard line. In fact, they'll call it the 22. First and 10 from their own 22-yard line on the throw-off return by Roderick Chapman.
Well, and you can see early on, once the Harbor Monsters had him held up right there, it was Ladarian McAllister on the tackle. The extra guys came in trying to rip away that football. We saw it once last week, and actually more than once last week, just tearing away at that football, and they're trying to do the same thing here at the Arena Mania 2.
Jordan Ambrose has them first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Quay Hicks, the running back, off to his right. He picks up a block. Pass complete to the far boards. Caught by Terrell Brown, his 49th reception of the year. And he is down in Harbor Monster territory at the 19-yard line. Not quite a 9-yard catch at the 21 make it, I'm sorry. And it'll be second down and about 3. There's Ambrose flushed out of the pocket, and the pass deflected, broken up. Looks like Lavelle Spruce got a piece of it to deflect it out of play up into the balcony across the way.
Yeah, Ambrose got flushed out right away. Harbor Monsters rushed forward right there. Ambrose had no choice but to get rid of it, or it has been another sack for the Harbor Monsters defense.
So third down, about 3 from the Harbor Monster 21-yard line. 7-0 Duluth. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Man in motion straight ahead, Troy Evans. Pass over the middle. Catch, twisting, diving to get extra yardage, and that's the first catch, 34th of the year for Lee Dorsey. and he gets them a first down.
Yeah, with the Harbor Monsters bringing pressure early and often. You could see that was somewhat of a screen pass set up right there by the Hot Springs Wise guys, but it was enough for the first down after the quick contact.
7 yards, enough for the first down. Now Evans, now they swing a little screen pass near side, but not working at all. Trevion James is hemmed in, and they're going to rule it a loss of a yard to the 15-yard line, bringing up a second down and 11. The catch by James, but he lost a yard.
Yeah, and that was all Shy Hill. They were trying to get another screen pass out to the flats there. Took the block of Vincent Hobbs off that and had a nice play for the TFL.
Screen passes aren't quite as obvious when you're only playing on 7 against 7. Here is Ambrose dancing, tries to advance. He got spun around by Michael Austin Fields and spun him down to the turf. And they give him progress to the 14-yard line, a pickup of only a yard. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it looked like Ambrose had a clear lane to run with a couple Harbor Monsters trailing in on him, but the strong arms of Michael Austin Fields just shut him down right there just after a 1-yard pickup.
It's like, yeah, you're stopping right there. So now, 3rd down and 10. In motion, far side, James. Rolling near side, Ambrose. Throwing to the end zone. Ambrose makes the catch for the touchdown. Touchdown, Wise Guys. Touchdown, Trevion James. A 14-yard reception.
Well, and that's just a threat right there of Ambrose stepping up in the pocket. The defensive back bid on that. Great route job there by Trevion James. Seeing that the defensive back stepped up and he just leaked out into the end zone, and a good grab there on 3rd down and 10.
Their drive goes 28 yards in 6 plays. They will go for 1 with the ball spotted at the 5-yard line. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near side. Ambrose looks far side, wide open, caught. A mistake in coverage there. Sosa Maxwell late in getting to coverage. The catch made by Troy Evans. And we are tied at 7. 7-7 with 3:04 to go in the first quarter here in Arena Mania number 2. Yeah, mistake in coverage there.
Yeah, but you knew it was going to be just a matter of time for this offense found its footing for the Wise Guys, and they did a much better job there. A couple 3rd down conversions, extended the drive, and you can only contain Jordan Ambrose for so long.
So we're all even up. And now the Wise Guys throwing it from left to right. Doing the honors will be DeWandick Crockett. And Sosa Maxwell awaits at his own goal line. Maxwell with 28 returns, 354 yards. That's 4th in the league. He makes the catch at the 3 and is brought down after a gain of just a couple of yards. Brought down by Hosea Singleton. And so this drive will start in Harbor Monster territory at the 6-yard line. High arching shot. I don't know how it just missed the lights support that hang over midfield.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen that. And it was, you mentioned it's right in the middle of the field there, and he just missed it. It might have gone over the wiring too.
Yeah.
So dangerous, but high risk, high reward right there.
Because it took a while for that to come down, and that gave time for the coverage team to quickly get down and hold Maxwell to a very short return. Pass near side, in and out of the hands at the 19-yard line of Quintavious Workman. Shaken up on the defense was Roderick Chapman. As we've got an injury on the field, an Orthopedic Associates injury.
Some young
flattened
fans
down there at the 20-yard line. Hey, we've got a lot of young fans here tonight. Let me tell you, great crowd here tonight at the deck, the Duluth Entertainment and Convention Center, which the Harbor Monsters are their only tenant through the summertime here. Now, this used to be the home of University of Minnesota Duluth hockey. Now they play next door at Amsoil Arena, and this was the perfect home. It's the only, in the current 6-team league, the only real sports venue with hockey boards. Yes, in Eau Claire they have the beautiful center there, Sonnentag Center, but that's mainly for basketball, not really designed for hockey.
No, and you could see, they got the square field down in Eau Claire, but we got these boards do not hold up, and you could tell Roger McChapman did a good job there by putting his body on the line to get that pass break up.
And these are the old style boards, folks. They don't give a whole bunch. As they continue to work on Roderick Chapman, and he's helped to his feet. And we'll head to the bench across the way down to our left. Harbor Monsters, after the incomplete pass, it'll be 2nd down and 10 at their own 6-yard line. 7-7 tie, 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter in the Arena League Championship known as Arena Mania 2. So now, Javante takes the snap in the end zone. Williams wide to the near side. You've got a wing back on the near side. That's Workman. And also a wide receiver in the slot near side. There's the pass. Workman makes the catch at the 13. Gets up to the 15 and is stopped by about 4 wise guys, among them Crockett, along with Hosea Singleton. The only thing missing from Crockett would be Tubbs.
It was a great route concept right there for the Harbor Monsters. They had trips split out there to the left. They had Williams go deep. They had a couch going over the middle, and a nice hitch route there. They found Contavious Workman, and he just worked his way for that first down, and it took about the entire Hot Springs team to bring him down right there.
A gain of 11 for the first down. 1st and 10 now at the 17-yard line. In motion, Workman coming to the near side. Javante airing it out. Incomplete. Looking for interference on Jamin Williams, or Jamin Williams, I should say. Fans don't like it here in Duluth. Airing it out, going deep, looking there for Jamal Couch. Double checked, I know that was Workman.
Yeah, and I could see where the fans weren't happy about that. And even though it was incidental, he still got tripped up by the defender when the football was in the air. Sometimes it's PI, but the officials decided to let the players make the plays out here and decide this game, and it's going to be a play on here in Duluth.
Well, the defensive secondary for the Wise guys came in here with a lot of credibility. So here we are, 2nd down and 10 from the 17. Javante rolls far side, throws. Williams tried to get himself open against the other Williams, Jamin Williams. Might have gotten away with a push-off even.
Yeah, there's a lot of hand fighting downfield. I like the play on right there. Certainly one that Williams you'd want to come down with. Such a valuable and just a great talent for this Harbor Monsters offense.
And you can see the clock. Those of you on TV, we've run out of play in the first quarter. All
right, send it to
That is the end of the first quarter. Duluth leading Hot Springs 7, or tied now 7-7. Back with the second quarter after this.
When you need a break, Pizza Ranch is ready. And if you're craving your favorite pizza, request it with Buffet Your Way. You name it, we'll make it for the buffet and make sure you get the first slice. Rough day or good day, sometimes you just need a buffet. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch.
We keep it casual at 7 West Tap House with new and delicious features each and every month. Fresh, fantastic food, fast, with the absolute best rewards program around. Our rotating roster of hand-selected craft beers will keep you coming back for even more golden goodness. And nothing goes better with beer than our 7 West specialty burgers. It'll be your first time, every time, when you and your crew come back to 7 West Tap House.
There's plenty of room for your whole crew at Boulder Tap House. We've got big screens everywhere, so you won't miss a minute of the game. You're gonna love our beastly Bloody Marys, massive cheese curds, and bodacious burgers, like the incredible Boulder Tap Epic Burger. Top it all off with our wonderfully crisp, icy cold craft beer. Go ahead and duck out of work a little early and relax on our patio while you and your besties enjoy your choice of weekday lunch specials. Exclusively available at Boulder Tap House.
Well, it seemed pretty boring to live in this town till Miss Vera Jane ran the sheriff down.
Quarter advantage, nobody. 7-7. Riley Underwood from the Arena League joins us for this quarter up here, and you talked a lot about the defensive secondary of the Wise guys, and they've got a lot of credibility.
They certainly do, and it's showing out today. And I think this game right now plays a little bit to Hot Springs' advantage. They like to grind it out, as you see another great play out of the secondary by the former Harbor Monster, Zeno Hannibal. But, I mean, Harbor Monsters usually like to hit you quick and hit you fast, and that's not what's happened so far. Even though it's a tied-up ball game,
have elected to surrender. First down, Hot Springs.
This is the type of ball game the Hot Springs wants.
Yeah, and I was talking with Jenner during the break. You know, the running game for the Harbor Monsters has not been its strength, but they may have to find a way to get that going, to maybe play action, fakes or something of that nature, to try to get some room for their receivers. But so far, now each team has surrendered once. So this will be from the Wise Guys' 15-yard line, 1st and 10, as we're just underway in the second quarter. Well, I notice you've got the commish here. We'll be talking with him in the fourth quarter. Here it is, 1st and 10 from their own, third quarter. Thank you, Craig. Near side, catch made on the near side by Terrell Brown. Tackled on the play by Barron Mallory. Also, Michael Austin Fields is there. A 5-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 10-yard line. And so we'll talk with Tim Brown in the third quarter. 2nd down, 5 yards to go. In motion, slot receiver, far side. Ambrose swings a pass to Lee Dorsey. Ooh. Dorsey is rocked hard.
My goodness.
And among the combatants included Barron Mallory, and Dorsey is slow getting up. And stops the clock with an injury on the turf, as Lee Dorsey, who came in with 33 receptions, he had 5 catches, 18 yards, and a touchdown first time around against the Harbor Monsters. And yeah, he got his bell rung, no doubt about it.
Okay, somebody's got.
So So what secrets can you tell us that we can break on Tim in the third quarter?
What secrets? I don't know. Maybe he can tell you some secrets. You're stuck with me for now. I don't know any secrets to give away, and I know you don't want to get hit like Lou Dorsey just did, man.
Wow.
He got jacked up on that one. That was a brutal one. Hopefully he's okay, but yeah, Hot Springs just needs to keep going slow. They don't usually utilize their big plays, especially without Aaron Dilworth. They don't need those big plays necessarily to win these types of games. If they can get Ambrose specifically running the ball, which he hasn't really done in this one so far, that'd be very helpful.
Well, it'll be interesting because the job that the Harbor Monster defense did on the number one rusher in the league last week in the first half forced the Lunkers to get him involved in the passing game in the second half. But right now, it looks like, at least on offense for the Harbor Monsters, they're going with the passing game for right now.
Well, there's no one really to run the ball. I mean, you have Jamal Couch.
Well, Darius Morrison is unable to play. He had to sit out the game because of a foul called in the game last week, so Demo cannot play.
I mean, you have Jamal Couch can run it a little. Sometimes they put LaDarian McAllister back there. But the rushing attack isn't really what Duluth usually uses in the 6-2 regular season. And 7-2 overall. They're last in rushing yards per game in the league. The passing game is what needs to get going.
It is 1st and 10 at midfield for Hot Springs. Slot man Brown motion near side. Pass and hit, but hanging on to it is Travion James. Hit there a couple of times, one by Lavelle Spruce, the other by Barron Mallory, but he hung on to it and picks up 7 yards.
Yeah, it was the same combination on the tackle last play that injured the receiver for the Hot Springs Wise guys. It's a dangerous secondary right here, and they're not afraid to hit.
2nd and 3 from the 18. Pass caught over the middle, getting away, taking it down is Vincent Hobbs, and he takes it into the end zone. He broke a tackle. He had coverage right on top of him, but he spun away, and they get the score and grab their first lead of the game with 12 and a half minutes and the clock running here in the second quarter.
Boy, Vincent Hobbs is a big wide receiver to bring down. Those arm tackles are not going to cut it against big number 15. Nice spin move. Agile. Almost hit our cameraman right there on the boards. He's hyped up.
That's his 18th reception of the year and his first touchdown receiving of the year. There is Ambrose being chased on the point after, and it hits the down marker. And it's incomplete. So it's a 13-7 lead with exactly 12 minutes to go here in the second quarter in Arena Mania 2. So they take that 35 yards and rather methodically in 4 plays.
It's their bread and butter right there. Wise guys up. If they can take this lead into halftime, that'd be good news for them. They haven't done the best. They haven't done their best when they're on the road. They're 500 so far away from Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs on the year, and Duluth, they're 4-1. Here at the deck, this could flip the switch a little bit, but, I mean, we're far from over. I know Duluth would like to hit right back here if they could say anything about it.
Ironically, the only other team that was 500 on the road was St. Joe. Harbor Monsters were 3-1 on the road this season. So it'll be a throw-off right to left by the Wise guys. Crockett with the throw. Caught by Maxwell, 2 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20. He's got a lane, but he cannot escape from Crockett, who makes the catch at about midfield. And a good return of about 22 yards. And it's 1st and 10 midfield for the Harbor Monsters. And now let's see what their offensive coordinator, Darren Clark, decides to script out here on this possession.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what the offense would need right there. Have a dynamic return, get them up to midfield, and now with the short offense, or the short field for the offense to work with, and now we got Hassan Brockman in the backfield for the first time in a long time for this Harbor Monsters team.
Well, we thought that was going to be part of the attack, but he gets the snap, gets it back to Javante, and then he is hit immediately by Darren Primes and a loss of about 5 yards. They mark him down at the 22. Well, they had that one sniffed out pretty well. So it'll be second down and 13 from the Harbor Monsters' 22-yard line. As Whitlock snaps it back to Javante. Gets rid of it quickly. Caught on the run into Wise Guy territory by Brockman. Tackled by Crockett. And about the 20, make it the 18-yard line of the Wise Guys.
Boy, that was quite the snag by Brockman. Looked like it got deflected, too. Beautifully done to haul it in.
Yeah, somebody check the pockets of Javante Johnson, though. He's dropping dimes on that pass right there, right in the breadbasket. You mentioned a great catch, contested catch there for Brockman.
From the 18, swing pass far side to Williams. He gets the first down after the catch as he is able to move it to the 14-yard line. They needed 3, they got 4. First and 10. Another Big Apple Bagel first down. So again, nice catch there. Bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Swing pass far side and running with it before he had it tucked away was Ladarius McAllister. Incomplete. Pass was a little low, a little wide. But he'd probably be the first to say, yeah, I should have brought that one in.
Yeah, McAllister was an impact player last week. He had 6 receptions, 66 yards, and 2 scores for this offense, trying to get right back on track from last week.
13-7 Hot Springs. As Javante with a pump fake. Passes near side.
Oh, man.
And it is incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Zeno Hannibal. And you know he's got to be a little bit more than normally pumped in this game.
No doubt about it. I was surprised that red flag didn't come out of Bones Brigante's pocket. That was, oh, yeah, he dropped. He dropped.
Well, looked like Coach had the best view of that right there. You could see him coming in the camera lane. But, yeah, great play there by Hannibal.
Now 3rd and 10 for the Monsters at the Hot Springs 13. A little short pass dumped off. Catch made by Sessoms. And he is able to get it to the 10-yard line. Picks up 3. It'll be 4th down and about 7 to go. Actually, they put it at the 9. So it'll be 4th and 6.
This is crucial right here. Get back into this ball game with a first down or even better, a score.
Just about halfway through this second quarter. 8:08 in the quarter remaining, and the clock is running. Now in motion, Workman, far side. He winds up in the slot. Throws into the end zone. Leaping catch, Couch. Touchdown. Touchdown, Harbor Monsters. Touchdown, Jamal Couch. His 11th touchdown catch of the year. And we are tied pending the point after. Nice catch in the back of the end zone, just right smack down the middle.
Yeah, Couch was open from the start. It was just whether Javante could get him the rock right there. Great route concept drawn up by the offensive coordinator, Jerron Clark. And now the Harbor Monsters are a point after from taking their second lead of the game.
So they will go for 1 from the 5-yard line. Couch wide to the near side. Williams slot near side. Rolling near side. The throw knocked away from behind Jamal Couch there at the goal line. No good. So guess what? Still advantage. Nobody. through a quarter and a half. 7:10 left in this first half.
Another good play on defense by Zach Hannibal. A little revenge game for him.
Well, as I said earlier in the year, trying to be cute. You know me. Well, Hannibal with the big play when he was playing for the Monsters. Yeah, that guy just got Hannibalized.
Oh, man.
See?
You are cute, Tom, man.
Yeah,
I wish they had the camera on you.
They think this gray hair is just for show. 13-13. So now the Harbor Monsters will throw it back to the Wise Guys. And again, the throw will come from the end zone down to our left, Trey Wortham, who had a big week defensively last week in the semis. But he will chuck it, and he throws it. Caught backpedaling by Evans into the end zone, ahead to the 5, and stopped at about the 9-yard line. And Jamal Couch was there to make sure that's as far as he was able to get.
Duluth could use a couple big plays on defense. Saw in the first drive, Hot Springs, I think it was 2 sacks in a row, and the crowd absolutely lost it. And this place was rocking early. Spark of energy would certainly help the chances of the home team here.
And you mentioned the crowd, probably the biggest crowd we've seen all year. No, I don't see why not, since it's a championship game and Arena Mania 2, and Duluth trying to go back-to-back here in the first 2 seasons of the Arena League.
But, as we said in the pregame show, one of the new kids on the block are trying to grab all the stuff tonight. All right, 1st and 10 from the 10, their own 10. For the Wise Guys. 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go, second quarter. As they have to work on the down markers, or the chains. May have become de-chained. They reattached it, got it taken care of. So here we go. Hot Springs, 1st and 10 from their own 10. Ambrose. With 2 wideouts, make it 3 wideouts near side. Ambrose is dropped for a loss inside the 5-yard line by Michael Austin Fields and Shy Hill combining on the sack.
Well, Riley, you talked about it. This defense needs to step up and get a play to get this crowd involved right away on 1st down. A big loss of 5 on the sack right there by the 2 big men.
Great start of this drive by Duluth. Hot Springs. Maybe a deep shot to get it going.
Ambrose, a yard in the end zone. Gets a low snap. Throws. Nearly intercepted. Nearly picked off by Sosa Maxwell. In fact, it was probably his for the picking. He just could not bring it in. So it brings up now 3rd and 15, and perhaps a play away from a surrender. 3rd down, 15, after the incomplete pass. Evans now sent in motion from the backfield, wide out far side. 2 wideouts near side as Ambrose, and he is grabbed by the ankles at the 5, falls forward to about the 8. Shy Hill, basically your old-fashioned shoestring tackle.
Hot Springs has elected to surrender. 1st down, Harbor Monsters.
So it brings up a 4th down and a surrender. 2 now for the Wise Guys, as we are deadlocked at 13 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second quarter on a warm night up in the rafters of the deck.
Tell me that. It's a little bit cooler down there on the field, I got to tell you.
It's nights, it's days like this where I wish we actually kept the ice in for the summertime.
Well, as if the Arena League isn't entertaining enough, I think the Arena League on ice would even be more entertaining.
Wow, that would be, just think of the marketing possibilities.
we'll get it going. We'll get it going.
Somehow Mel Brooks comes to mind. Play action fake. Javante throwing it. Turning and making the catch on the underthrown pass was Workman. Covered on the play by Palmer, but the pass a bit underthrown. Workman read that and came back to make the catch.
That was dangerous. Johnson facing a lot of pressure from the pass rush. Left it up just long enough where Palmer turned his head around. He could have got an interception, but no, he was faced towards Workman, and Workman stayed still just long enough to make the tough catch.
27 yards on the play. It's at the 8-yard line, first and goal in Wise Guy territory. Quick pitch over. Goes, that's Maxwell on the run. He takes it along the far boards and takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, Harbor Monster. Touchdown, versatile Sosa Maxwell.
That's the defensive back taking the pitch. He's a little stiff arm onto Darren Primes, one of their leading sack getters. They're beautifully done.
Well, suffice it to say, that stat's easy to quote. That's his first rushing touchdown of the year.
Well, he is the return man for the Harbor Monsters. You can see right there, we've seen him get a couple interceptions and fumble recoveries, and we've seen how dynamic he is with the football. Tony O'Neill realizes him a whole lot of running backs, says might as well plug in Sosa.
All right, they go as they lead 19, looking for their 20th point. As the pass deflected wide, Workman was probably the closest over the middle at the back of the end zone. But all my years in pro sports, including football, but also baseball, the versatile guys become your most valuable guys. And that's what Tony has done with a lot of these players. I mean, if it had not been for having to sit this game out, Darius Morrison plays offense and defense. And that's what Tony likes to do.
Well, especially when you're late in the season, you're putting your best players at the best positions. It's no more maybe let's save your energy a little bit. It's time to go all out, leave it all out on the field, because tomorrow you're not playing football for a little while, so you don't have to go to practice. Leave it all out now.
Well, that's right. I can sleep in tomorrow.
You were practicing?
I'm always yakking. Here comes the throw-off from Wortham. Caught at the 4. Running towards the middle, across to the near side is Chapman. Chapman got slowed up. Getting a bit of the ankle there was Mann, and it slowed him up for the rest of the Harbor Monsters to take him down at the 15-yard line.
And Roderick Chapman's gotten beat up these last few games. More credit to him. I mean, he just keeps getting back up, going in the next drive. I mean, he's staying in. He just got rocked.
Well, like for most of these guys, you'd have to pull the uniform off of them.
That's basically what they did with Aaron Dilworth. I mean,
yeah.
He was telling me all week, I want to play. Yes, I want to play. Yes, I want to play. And today he's like, they told me I couldn't play. I mean, he was devastated.
I mean, they could see the bone in his hand. 8 fractures in his hand. From the 15 for Hot Springs, 1st and 10, as Ambrose gets by a near tackle in the end zone and runs it out to about the 20-yard line, where he is stopped on the play by Lavelle Spruce, the linebacker.
And that time the pocket collapsing, Ambrose had no choice but to step up and run that ball. But it's certainly just the first time he's really had positive gains on those runs.
A gain of 4, 2nd and 6 now from the 19-yard line. We're approaching the 2-minute warning in this first half. Ambrose sends his man in motion straight ahead, wide out far side, and this time Ambrose just runs it straight ahead to the running lane, cuts to the near side, and is brought down at the Harbor Monster 20-yard line. Baron Mallory with the tackle, and we are at the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. All right.
2 minutes to go, first half. Harbor Monsters lead 19-13. Back with the final 2 minutes of the first half after this break.
Superior Waffles is the sweetest place for breakfast and lunch, serving a variety of sweet and savory waffles with options for everyone. Build your own masterpiece or choose one from our menu with gluten-friendly vegan and low-carb keto options. Now you can also experience the magic of Superior Waffles at home with our dry waffle mix. Designed to bring joy and deliciousness, we are confident that it will be the best waffle mix you've ever tried. Stop in or order online for pickup or delivery. Superior Waffles, your waffle destination.
Superior Funland. We're your local indoor playground, open 6 days a week and located in the Mariner Business Center. Funland is a great place to host birthday parties and other events. Visit us at superiorfunland.com.
In the heart of downtown Duluth, there's a place where the art of print meets the science of technology. It's where bold ideas come to life. Welcome to Sheldon, your one-stop shop for custom printing. From signs and brochures to vehicle decals and everything in between, we bring your vision to life with fast turnarounds, expert service, and seriously, cool results. Call us today at 218-727-2817 or visit our website at sheldonduluth.com.
Welcome to Club 1 Under, the Twin Ports' premier destination for a fresh take on your neighborhood sports bar, fused with an exhilarating golf simulator experience. Powered by 5 full swing simulators, Club 1 Under can take you on a sport immersion adventure. From a premium golf experience to one of the many other activities, there's something for everyone. Looking to keep an edge on your golf buddies? Club 1 Under helps you keep that swing on par all year round. Club 1 Under has a full bar loaded with premium spirits, pizza, and additional food options within the Fitkers building. Book your simulator online today at club1under.com.
Safe Flight Repair. Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
Safe Flight Replace. But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Get it fixed now and pay later with flexible payment options only at safelight.com.
You're back.
2 minutes to go. It is at the Harbor Monster 20 for Hot Springs. First down and 10. With the Monsters leading 19-13. Jordan Ambrose awaits the snap. Flushed out of the pocket to the near side. Throws over the middle. Catch made by Brown. Penalty marker is down. Taken into the end zone by Terrell Brown. But we got to sort out the yellow marker. Yeah. And looks like it's going to go against the Harbor Monsters. Terrell Brown came into the game second in the league with 48 catches on the year.
Pass interference, offense number 7. That 10-yard replay, first down.
I'm not sure why Kyle Lester was clapping so briskly, thinking the penalty was against the Harbor Monsters. So a PI, pass interference, and that moves the ball all the way back to the Wise Guys 20-yard line, and it'll be first down and just this side of suburban Duluth, Cloquet. They got a ways to go. As Ambrose running and is taken down across the 25 to the Harbor Monster 23 by Trey Wortham.
It's a nice tackle by Wortham. He was not getting Ambrose any space. He wasn't letting them get away from that one. Nicely done.
So he advances it to the Harbor Monster 23, a pickup of 13 on the play. And it'll be second down and looks like it'll be about 13 to go from the Harbor Monster 23. There is Ambrose dancing, swings a pass near side. Catch made at the 20 by Quay Hicks. And then he is brought down at the 19-yard line. Bringing up third down and about 8.
Yeah, another good open field tackle right there by the Harbor Monsters defensive back. That was Baron Mallory on the tackle there. A third down, medium to long, coming up for the Hot Springs Wise Guys.
1:04 remaining. Now remember, incomplete passes do stop the play clock inside of the 2-minute warning. Wide out, 2 to the far, 1 to the near. As Ambrose throws unable to bring it in against the wall at the 11-yard line, just outside his bench. There was Troy Evans. He got a hand on it, but could not bring it in. The wall kept him from completing that catch.
I think everyone in the arena saw his frustration after that play. Not happy that he couldn't haul that one in.
No, and I think the Harbor Monsters might have had an 8th man on the field. The fans might have maybe even made a play in the football before Evans could as well.
Timeout, Duluth. This is their first timeout of
First timeout called by either team here with 55 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. 19-13 Harbor Monsters, and it's a 4th down and 8 to go from the Harbor Monster 18-yard line. Well, we've seen Ambrose decide to call his own number, especially in the ground game.
He needs to keep doing it. I mean, this is a guy who runs with a lot of volume, a lot of carries. He's good with taking all those hits, and the hits have been coming from the Duluth defense. One of these is going to break.
And so they have to make it to the 10-yard line if they don't score. 8 yards to get it to the 10 to get a fresh set of downs and first and goal. Trevion James wide to the near side. Here we now line up wide out near side. 2 wide outs far side. One of them in motion against the far wall. Ambrose now goes far side, throwing deep into the end zone. Oh, unable to come up with it. Trevion James had both hands on it. He was off balance and could not put it away. Deep in the end zone.
Man, that's a tough catch. Trevion James was forced to make. Couldn't haul it in. But Ambrose, I mean, he was double covered. If he was going to put it in any other spot, that might have been intercepted or going over the wall. So not really at fault for that one. Just a tough play. Nothing open.
Well, and let's face it, we've seen with all these teams, a lot of times you'll see quarterbacks rely on the athleticism of their wideouts. So if I can put it in this spot, can you get to it? And of course, I've never known a receiver that says, "No, I can't." They're gonna haul it in every time they can. That's in their DNA. Snap back to Javante. Pitches to Couch. Couch throws and throws it away in the general direction at midfield of McAllister. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now from their own 18. Stops the clock with 39 seconds for the second quarter.
May have been a little bit of miscommunication on that snap because Dan Williams was streaking and he had to stop way early because that snap just wasn't coming for a few more ticks.
As Javante throws it, completes to midfield. The catch made by Marcus Sessoms. He got it to midfield. In fact, got it across to the 24-yard line. An 8-yard reception. It'll be 3rd and 2. 2 wideouts far side. And 3 now with 1 going in motion in the slot. Pass caught by Couch. Got by 1. Couldn't get by a second. Thrown to the turf at the 12-yard line by Hosea Singleton.
Number 8 on the reception.
Nice catch by Workman there. Able to escape a couple of tacklers.
Harbor Monsters.
A score here would be big.
Second timeout of the first half.
Yeah, you mentioned a score here would be
24 seconds.
really big for the Harbor Monsters because they did win the toss and they elected to defer to the second half. So if they can extend their lead to 12 plus and then get the ball started off the second half, Harbor Monsters could find themselves in a real comfortable spot starting off the second half.
12 yards on that play to Workman. This sets up a 1st and 10 from the Wise Guys 12-yard line.
They've been.
In fact, when you look at the Wise Guys logo, you'll actually see a horse. Well, that's because They're the home of one of the most famous thoroughbred turfs around, Oak Lawn, which is usually the first test for the prominent 3-year-olds on the way to the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness and the Belmont Stakes.
Lucky the racehorse.
Yeah. Not many of the ones I've bet on, though. From the 12, it's 1st and 10. Williams will go in motion along the far boards, giving him 3 wideouts there. He's also got Couch and Workman. As Javante now he's going to run the lane, and he's down to about the 3-yard line. They have 1 timeout to stop the clock, and they take their 3rd timeout. Down to the 3, a 9-yard run by Javante.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout, and it will be officially 2nd down and 1 from the 3. But really, with 13 seconds left and no timeouts remaining, you're looking only one thing, and that is getting it to the promised land.
Yeah, giving the Wise Guys a taste of their own medicine right there. The veteran Javante Johnson stepping up the pocket. Green grass ahead of him, nearly got the first down. A good 9-yard rush there to set up a 2nd and short and trying to get in the end zone. You mentioned just 13 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, Johnson's a pass-first quarterback, but that lane was just too big to pass up.
Well, it's something he has done more of the last few weeks. But he's not a big risk taker on the run. He's got to make sure that lane is good and open. All right, here we are from the 3, 2nd down and 1. 13 seconds to go first half. A chance to increase their 6-point lead. McAllister goes in motion from the backfield to near side. Hand off to Couch, penalty marker, and his helmet goes flying. And it may be illegal procedure. False start on
5 yards. 2nd down.
On Hill.
Clock operator, reset the clock for 13.1 seconds, please. 13.1. Thank you.
Was Hill out there?
Yeah, they had the heavy formation.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, there he is.
Hill.
Okay, yeah. So it's still 2nd down, but now 6 from the 8-yard line. Gives you a little more working room, however.
Well, and one thing it frees up, Javante Johnson will be able to run the football if the pocket does collapse.
Right. Yep. Because they're not inside the 5 no longer. All right, 2 wideouts far side with 1 in motion. A little short pass. Caught by Couch. Takes it into the end zone for a Harbor Monsters touchdown. Jamal Couch on the 8-yard reception.
He came out of the backfield and no one picked him up.
Nope. A little miscommunication there between Bashawn Palmer and Hosea Singleton. And it was one of those Alphonse and Gaston. You do it, no, you do it. Neither one of them did it. So now they will go for 2, leading 25-13. Javante Johnson looping it, throws it out of play with 7.1 seconds remaining. So it's a 25-13 lead at the intermission. So we have time for a throw-off, maybe a play. I don't think the Wise Guys have used any timeouts.
No, they have not. So they'll have all 3 timeouts. I don't know if they'll have enough time to use all 3, but a good return here for the Wise Guys could spark them into a Hail Mary territory, and that's what they kind of set up to get the 2 seed in the regular season, was a Hail Mary play on the 4th down conversion.
There have been some games that has come down to that play. It was kind of a surprise rule last year when we were all informed of it, but it's been used quite a bit by the teams when they've needed to. All right, left-handed throw, Wortham, and it goes out of play. I don't know whether it bounced.
Might have been on the goal line, so it'd just be a touchback then.
Looked like it hit the rail.
Well, let's see if...
Free kick out of bounds. Throw off team. The ball will be placed at midfield.
Well, that
First
answers
down.
that. So with 7.1 seconds, that shortens the field quite a bit for your one play, if that's all you're going to wind up getting.
Well, and I think the biggest concern here for the Harbor Monsters is no time ran off the clock right there. So if you're lucky for the Wise guys, get a short play across the middle, set up, make it even a manageable. So you got all 3 timeouts, get something across the middle, maybe about 10 yards, then try and take that shot at the end zone.
Perhaps a lateral, a backwards pass after the catch. There is Ambrose. They are giving him pressure, and he throws it away with 2.5 seconds remaining. Because, again, inside of the 2-minute warning, incomplete passes, you stop the clock. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now from midfield, which is the 25-yard line in arena football.
I'd be shocked if Hot Springs doesn't use a timeout right here. They don't carry over, and it'll give you a chance for your offense to huddle.
No.
But right now they are not. Play clock is winding down.
Down to 7, down to 6. And they just got it off barely. If they did it all, but they got it off. Pass into the end zone. It's out of play.
This is the end of the first
And
half.
that's the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, Harbor Monsters with the 12-point edge, 25-13. Halftime coming your way from Arena Mania 2 here at the deck in Duluth, Minnesota. Back after we take this timeout.
Your table is waiting at Barker's Waterfront Grill. Enjoy fine drinks and great cuisine in our lounge or out on the patio with great views of the marina. Sink your teeth into baby back ribs with our Thursday night special. Friday night, enjoy all the fish you can eat. Saturday night, prime rib is queen. Starting May 29th, join us for live music every Thursday from 5 to 7 with Tom Cockett. Great view and dining at Barker's Waterfront Grill.
Fun, food, and live events. So much to do under one roof. From golf to shooting to private karaoke. With a large event space for parties or other occasions, you won't believe your eyes. Fun in all forms is found at the Caddy Shack in Lincoln Park, the Craft District.
Has your roof seen better days? Did harsh winter weather cause ice damage? Look no further than Peralt Construction for all your roofing needs. With their expertise in all roof types from asphalt to metal, they can provide the solutions you require. Prepare your home for whatever nature has in store. Don't wait any longer. Let Peralt Construction replace your roof today, ensuring the beauty and protection of your home for years to come. Give Peralt Construction a call at 218-723-8477 and schedule a free in-home consultation.
Summer's just around the corner. Hold fast. We got you covered. Earth Rider Beer. Gather responsibly.
Your table is waiting at Barker's Waterfront Grill. Enjoy fine drinks and great cuisine in our lounge or out on the patio with great views of the marina. Sink your teeth into baby back ribs with our Thursday night special. Friday night, enjoy all the fish you can eat. Saturday night, prime rib is queen. Starting May 29th, join us for live music every Thursday from 5 to 7 with Tom Cockett. Great view and dining at Barker's Waterfront Grill.
Fun, food, and live events. So much to do under one roof. From golf to shooting to private karaoke. With a large event space for parties or other occasions, you won't believe your eyes. Fun in all forms is found at the Caddy Shack in Lincoln Park, the Craft District.
time as the Harbor Monsters cheerleaders dance team out there performing out at midfield, along with Jenner Graff, Tom Stalker with you, as the Harbor Monsters with a 25-13 lead in this game. Really nothing that has happened in this first half, Jenner, really surprises me much at all. Harbor Monsters looking to use their passing game. Took a little while before Ambrose decided he was going to try to take over in the running game, but we know what he can do too.
Yeah, we know that Ambrose is so dangerous, whether it's passing or running the ball, but we haven't seen a whole lot of running. We saw it towards the end of the half where they eventually led to a turnover on downs, but because of a penalty, really halted their drive. But Ambrose, he had that direct snap and had a blocker right in front of him, kind of ran for about 8 to 10 yards. So I think that's something they're going to look to get in the second half as well.
I don't know who we
got our MVPs out there.
You'll have to read it off because we don't have a mic down there.
It'll be defensive MVP Marcel Brooks of the Iowa Woo. You can see in that nice suit right there.
Led the league in tackles.
Sorry, there's no mic down there, I guess.
Rushing yards, 21 touchdowns, 340 receiving yards, and 5 additional touchdowns.
You're going to have to fill some time.
Brandon Mackey, of course, the offensive player leading the league in rushing.
Coach of the Year coming up.
Coach of the Year.
And I don't think Coach will be out there to receive it.
No. It'll be Coach Bones, who is right now busy at halftime in the locker room. He won the Coach of the Year honors.
Your hard work and dedication did not go unnoticed. We look forward to a bright future in upcoming season.
So the postseason honors have been distributed here at the deck. Commissioner Tim Brown out there. You can see Riley Underwood out there as well, along with other front office folks from the Arena League. We will be visiting with Tim Brown once we get to the third quarter. But when we take a look at this play so far,
Get the mics ready.
we haven't seen the big play yet.
No, we have not.
The big home run.
Microphone.
Seen some tough defense both ways. We've seen some very hard hits both ways too.
Yeah, and I think that's been the name of the game for the Harbor Monsters, set the tone defensively, and it's been a lot of hard hits. You mentioned it, but yeah, they've had 2 surrenders for the Wise Guys and then the 1 turnover on downs. For on the opposite side of the ball, the Harbor Monsters just have that 1 surrender early on in the game, but it's been Jamal Couch offensive production for the Harbor Monsters. It's really been the major key. He's got the 1 rush touchdown and then 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, the 9-yard touchdown reception and then the 8-yard touchdown reception as well.
And we've also seen Sosa Maxwell get a carry offensively because, well...
all right, guys, we're going to get ready to send it down to the Riley.
We're going to get more halftime coming your way here
Down
with...
in 10.
As we'll be joining Riley Underwood and Tim Brown down on the field, and they'll continue our halftime programming.
At halftime of Arena Mania 2, the Harbor Monsters are up 25-13 against the Wise Guys from Hot Springs. Riley Underwood alongside my partner, Tim Brown. First thoughts, Tim, from this first half? I know the band's jamming in the background.
Can y'all give me 2 minutes, please? Hey, look, this was a really good game, and it's still a good game, but I think what happened in the last couple of minutes sort of turned the tide here. I think when the Harbor Monsters got that stop and they got a score, and now they get the ball at the beginning of the second half, that's put a lot of pressure on this Hot Springs defense. They've got to come out and get a stop Otherwise, you got a 3-score game. Makes it pretty tough.
And those sacks get this crowd ignited from Shy Hill, Michael Austin Fields. I mean, we saw it in the very first drive of the game, 2 back-to-back. I mean, this place was rocking.
Yeah. I mean, they got off to a great start, man, which they had to do and they wanted to do. And, it just makes it tougher for Hot Springs. They're a good team, but they got an uphill battle now.
Well, it was all tied up, 7 apiece after 15 minutes of play. And I was saying up in the booth that when it was tied up 13-all, this is a game the Hot Springs likes at 13 apiece. They like to grind it out, take it slow, make you fight for it, but then all of a sudden, Duluth pulls forward by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that big stop. They got that big stop and got a score really quickly, and that really, really hurt Hot Springs. But, look, you got another half of football. You can turn it around, but you got to come out and get some defensive stops.
How about the quarterback for the Harbor Monsters, Javante Johnson? He's been pretty conservative, but he has 2 passing touchdowns, no picks, and he's been patient. I know he likes to pass first, but when those running lanes come up, he can take them.
No doubt. Yeah, and to your point, I think he's going up against a better secondary than maybe he has in the last couple of weeks. I mean, these guys are really coming to play, and they're making it a little tough for him. So he may have to run the ball a little bit more.
And on the other side, Jordan Ambrose, he has the same stats, 2 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But where he's usually the most proficient is with his legs. And he just hadn't been able to get anything going. I think the pressure's been getting to him, and when he thinks he has a lane, he gets tripped up.
Well, I think Duluth has done a really good job clogging up the middle, making him having to bounce out, and he really doesn't want to do that. He wants to run straight ahead, but they're making him bounce out. He's not a guy that's going to outrun anybody. He want to run you over. But when they make him bounce out, it makes him have to use his speed, and they're able to knock him down or knock him out of bounds.
Jamal Couch for the Harbor Monsters has 3 touchdowns already, but another standout player is the defensive back, Sosa Maxwell. He had a big return. He also had a rushing touchdown, his first of the season, because he really doesn't play offense, but it's at the point in the season where this is the last game. You're putting your best playmakers in the best position to score.
And you want to, surprise the defense. If they haven't seen it all year, they're going to be looking like they don't know what's coming, and they didn't know what was coming. That's why he was able to score.
So for Duluth, they're up right now. 25-13 is the score. What do they need to do to keep their foot on the gas and try to go back-to-back in Arena Mania championships?
If they come out and put a touchdown on the board, I'm not saying the game is over, but it's going to be really tough for Hot Springs. At some point, they've got to get a couple stops, a couple surrenders. Otherwise, it's going to be tough.
Both teams surrendering more than they usually do. Both these teams usually very aggressive, but they know that they're going up against the top 2 teams in the league. No room for error for Hot Springs. They need to get back in this game. They were just in this game a couple of minutes ago, let up a few quick scores. What can they do to get back in this game and regain the lead?
Yeah, look, offensively, it looked like on first and second down they were having problems getting going. They got to be more efficient. Even if you run the ball and get 2 or 3 yards, you don't want to be 2nd and 12 or even 2nd and 10. You want to get something positive on first and second down, and that's been killing them. They've been in the hole on 3rd down, and it makes it very tough to go 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15 in this game.
I know the Wise guys are without Aaron Dilworth with his broken right hand, so they go to Travion James, Terrell Brown a little bit. Do they need to go more deep shots, or do they kind of keep with their same pace of play, kind of dribbling the ball down the field? Is that going to work when they're down by 2 scores?
Yeah, look, it just doesn't seem like they have time to throw the ball down the field like that, So, I mean, even though we're on a 50-yard field, it takes some time for guys to get down there, and the guys are coming. So they're going to have to throw the ball quicker, and, I think they need to run the ball more on first and second down and get it 3rd and short, 3rd and little, 3rd and 3 or 4, or something like that.
That pressure, no doubt, has been a game changer. We still have a big second half in store. Right now, Duluth up 25-13 over Hot Springs. In Arena Mania 2, we have 30 minutes until the champion is crowned. For Tim Brown, I'm Riley Underwood. Thanks for tuning in to the halftime show. We'll catch you after the game.
Stop by Duluth Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade by the mall. Our buffet is stocked with a variety of delicious pizza that you can choose from. We also got fried chicken, dessert, and even a salad bar. After some food and smiles, hit up our large arcade. Win some tickets that you can cash in or save for later. Pizza Ranch also offers fundraising opportunities for nonprofits, as well as catering for your events.
Your journey to a healthier and more relaxed you starts with a new Setri Barrel sauna for your home or cabin. Handcrafted in northern Minnesota with locally sourced cedar wood, our 45 years of carpentry experience has...
Every second counts. On the field, every player matters. And in our communities, every person deserves quality care. That's why Healthy Connections is proud to be the official medical provider of the Hot Springs Wise Guys, supporting the team and you. From the exam room to the end zone, we're here for your health, your family, and your future. Visit healthy-connections.org or call 888-710-8220. Let's go, Wise Guys!
Posture. Fewer groans getting out of chairs and spontaneous touchdown dances. Because even wise guys need a little TLC. Spa City Therapy, getting you back in the game.
And welcome back. Halftime at the deck with the hometown Harbor Monsters leading 25-13. With a second half to go here in Arena Mania 2. Along with Jenner Graff, I'm Tom Stalker. Thank you so very much for being with us, both on radio in the Twin Ports of Duluth Superior, and of course on Fan Club and the Arena League YouTube channel. Well, while Tim and they were keeping us informed there, that I was looking and that the Harbor Monsters scored on their last 3 possessions. So if they can put a touchdown in on the first possession of the quarter, because they're going to get the ball first, that could be a huge, huge effect on this game.
Yeah, you never want to trail by 3 scores no matter what time it is in the game. And that'd be a big key for the Harbor Monsters offense. If they can get that 3-score lead on the board and maybe get that point after too, you never know what could happen then. And it just kind of gives the defense not that you can relax at all, because this is a championship game, but it gives them somewhat of a cushion, and it can give them a little bit to work with the clock as well.
Well, the other thing, while we haven't had maybe the big play in terms of offense, we really haven't defensively, and we haven't had takeaways or giveaways yet in this game, and that means the next 1, next 2, whatever, could be huge in this game.
Yeah, both quarterbacks have been very efficient with the football. They have yet to turn it over. The only turnover there's been a couple surrenders by the Wise Guys, and the Duluth has one, and then the turnover on down with 45 seconds to go in the first half, I think was the biggest one by the Wise Guys.
Yeah. And, of course, that was that stop that Tim Brown was talking about, the Harbor Monsters defense getting. And with the crowd we have here this evening, if the Harbor Monsters can come and be effective on that first drive of the third quarter, the lid could come off this place. If not, then the Wise Guys know that they're still very much in this. 2 touchdowns, maybe on the 100-yard field might be a big margin. Not necessarily in arena football.
No, it can be gone in a blink of an eye. That's why Duluth has got to be very strategical with this first drive coming out in the second half. If you can eat up some time and find the end zone, that'll be a big key to just kind of give your offense that ignition and then spark the defense as well.
Well, it's nice to see referee Josh Thoreau help the roadies get the musical gear off the field. I'm looking down there. He's carrying a mic stand off there, just doing whatever he can. to help things out there. By the way, Josh Thoreau, our referee, our headline judge, Tim McGowan, line judge, Kevin Hillman, back judge, Luke Carnus, and the invisible guy up here, well, he's not invisible to us, but to everybody else here, the sky judge is Scott Schmitz. And again, the Harbor Monsters will get the football. They won the toss and deferred till the third quarter. A lot of great folks here this evening. They're having a great time here at the deck this evening. And because guess what, folks? No matter what happens, no matter how much we promise, we won't be able to see you till next May.
Yeah, we won't be able to see you until next May, but big thing to get the crowd involved. DJ's playing Love Sosa. Might be a little past your time, Tom, but we got Sosa Maxwell to return this one, trying to fire up the crowd.
And Maxwell takes it a yard deep. Tries to get outside, breaks away, gets open room to the near side of the 10, to the 15, and is wrestled down at about the 23-yard line by Crockett. And great reverse on that by Sosa Maxwell to find the open lane and get positive yardage out of negative yardage. Somebody who got some pretty good positive yardage back in his days, Tim Brown, is now with us up here in the booth, a man who can get free into more halls of fame than you could count on one hand. I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame too, Tim, as soon as I find out the hours are open and how much they charge to get in.
We'll let you come in with me, man, so you don't have to pay to get in.
I love it. Quick swing pass to the near side. The catch made by Hassan Brockman. And he gets it out to about the 22-yard line for second down and about 9 from the 22. Yeah, welcome up here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing it?
Oh, we were both rocking shorts. We don't have the full get-up like you do right now.
God, no.
This is when we remind folks that this building was built for hockey.
Right.
There's a long pass for Williams. He got it. What a catch by Williams. How did he catch that football? All over him there. Defensively was Hosea Singleton. And he was falling backwards at the same time, but he never lost focus on it. What a tremendous catch, and that's exactly what the Harbor Monsters looking to do to start this third quarter, Tim.
And that's exactly what Hot Springs could afford. I mean, after giving up that surrender and a touchdown at the end of the first half, they need to come out and get a stop, and they did not get that done. So now it's made them their road to victory a little tougher, but they're a tough team. I think they're going to fight through it.
But Dan Williams brings tremendous NFL experience to this team. He's been a huge cog in the machine. The 2-point pass for Dan, no good in the near corner. So this is the end of the second season for the Arena League. And you take a look at the crowd we have here this evening, should make you happy.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're trying to grow this thing, and it takes cities and teams like Duluth to get this thing done, and it's been really impressive, man. Hot Springs, they've had a great year, and their attendance has been great. Eau Claire has done great things up there, so makes you want to go out and add some more teams to this deal, and that's what we're going to look to do.
And I know that, and I don't think you actually have your mind set on a number, but you are looking at some expansion for next year, aren't you?
Yeah, I think, we've had so much success. I mean, the teams have been so well welcomed. I think we owe it to some more cities. We got cities who want to do this. We have some cities who had teams before and would like to have a team again. So we'll sit down here the next month or so and work that part out.
The business model, though, of this league makes sense.
Yes.
The way it's done. All right, the return by Crockett to the 15.
Oh.
And he is yanked down, and that's going to be a horse collar. And no pun intended with Oaklawn Racing, but that's not the right kind of horse collar there. And he was spun down to the turf, and that's going to be costly against the Harbor Monsters. Yikes.
Yeah, that looked like it could hurt a little bit. He'll feel that one tomorrow morning, I guarantee you.
Well, And the best thing is, of course, win or lose,
Personal
they're heading.
Foul. Face mask.
Oh, face mask.
Kicking team number 9. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the return. First down, Hot Springs.
Yeah, that's 20 yards. It's the longest 15 yards I've ever seen.
But everything is, of course, so compressed. You're so used to the 100-yard field that you did so well in some place called South Bend, Indiana.
In Indiana, yes,
What
sir.
was your last year there?
87 football season was my last year.
Ah, then I was there and did a game when you were playing.
Get out.
I was the radio voice at Ole Miss, November 85, rainy day.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and that's a long time ago, but I haven't forgotten it, obviously. Here's a quick pass by Ambrose out to the near side, down to the 10-yard line. The completion to Travion James, and first down.
And this is what this team is known for doing. On first and second down, they're not looking down the field. They're trying to get 3 or 4 yards and set it up for third and short. I think they sort of got away from that in the first half. And good to see them coming right back to it. A little short pass got them 6 yards.
And brings up second down from the Harbor Monster 10. Ambrose trying to get away, fumbles the ball. There's the first giveaway of the game. The fumble recovery, Shy Hill coughed up by Ambrose. The first turnover for either team in this one here. And it comes at a very inopportune moment for the guys from Hot Springs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a tough one right there, man. You inside the plus territory, about to score, and you give up a turnover. That can make your head hang right there. Somebody on that team has to pick everybody up and get these boys going again, especially the defense right now.
So the Harbor Monsters will take it over, 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. But when we talk about the business model, you're talking about common sense pay for the players. You're talking about making sure you get business support, and you look at all the banners around this place. Plus being visible in your city, you want to be a big fish in maybe the smaller ponds.
No doubt about it. That's exactly what we want to do. We're not trying to compete with NFL or even college football teams for that matter. You know, we want to be, like you said, a big fish in a little pond, and it's worked out for us so far. You know, every city that we've been in, the fans have loved it.
Well, you're like, well, what about Minneapolis? Why? And you'd be just one pro sport event in a myriad of pro sport. I'm just using as an example.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. No doubt about it. Well, we had a team in Kansas City last year, right?
Yeah.
That played well, but it was tough because, you know, obviously the Kansas City Chiefs is a pretty formidable team. Oh!
There's a pass to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Quintavious Workman. Touchdown Harbor Monsters. They strike quickly on a pass from their own 18-yard line. Great catch, very similar to the catch that Williams made. We watched it on replay. What happened is Chapman kept his back to the ball. Workman turned, located it, brought it in.
It's going to come right into your window.
The receiver did a really great job of not overreacting when the ball was in the air. And he waited till the last second, and that really helped him secure that catch.
And folks, Tim kind of knows a little something about being a wide receiver.
Oh.
Bad snap, but taken on the lucky bounce by Johnson. Rolls far side, throws, juggled, and dropped in the end zone. In and out of the hands of Ladarius McAllister. And don't look now, folks. 10-15, barely 5 minutes into this third quarter. Suddenly the Harbor Monsters lead by 24 points. Wow.
Tim, that was something you kind of touched on at the halftime show. Hot Springs need to get back to their game plan, have short plays over the middle, try and get into the end zone, but it's kind of been the opposite. Or the Harbor Monsters had 4 plays, 2 scores, and in just a quick time here in just the first 5 minutes of this third quarter.
Yeah, that's a killer, man. That can really, hurt you, no doubt about it. They've got to find a way to score now, and now they got to get stops. It's mandatory now that they get stops. At least they're going to need at least 2 stops to get back in the game. So we'll see what happens.
The other thing is, Tim, back in your college days, even into the pro days, me, when I was doing the Memphis Showboats 40 years ago, social media did not exist. Now you have to have that nowadays. You got to have, especially to get the younger crowds. There's the throw-off taken at the 5 by Chapman, ahead to the 15, and oh my goodness, Dante Mason says, "You're not going to get by me." The one half of that gruesome twosome secondary, Dante Mason along with Sosa Maxwell, have just led this defense this whole year. But social media is just so important now.
Yeah, it's mandatory. You know, I mean, you have to be able to get the word out without spending a whole bunch of money. And social media is a way to get that done, no doubt about it.
And I think that's a great thing that the league has done. They've had Offensive Player of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week, and of course Creator of the Week we've seen kind of happen throughout the season as well.
Yeah.
So from the 19 of the Wise Guys, it is 1st and 10. Just under 10 minutes remaining third quarter, 37-13 Harbor Monsters. Ambrose back to throw, being pressured, being rushed, throws, intercepted, badly thrown, and Dante Mason, who just made a big defensive hit, gets a big defensive takeaway. Ambrose trying to throw against his body, not easy.
I almost think he blanked out, man. There's no way he was trying to get that ball to one of his own guys. I mean, there's nobody within 5 yards of that. Boy, what a bad play that is. Unfortunately for Hot Springs, they're making the mistakes that you absolutely can make versus a good football team.
Harbor Monsters will take over at their own 10-yard line. We're visiting with Heisman Trophy winner, NFL Hall of Famer Tim Brown. I know your juices get a little flowing when it's back to the exhibition season for the big boys in the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's good to see some real football being happening, and these guys are, I think everybody and their parents were looking at the game the other night with Shador, but it's really good to see. Oh, they got
it's a fumble into the end zone. It's picked up. It'll be a safety.
Well, okay.
It's a safety as it was picked up and recovered by Travis Whitlock. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown.
That would have been a touchdown. Well, that's it. That's something positive. I mean, when you look at the team, the way they're walking off the bench now, they don't have a pep in their step, and maybe this little 2 points would help them, get going a little bit.
That could very well happen. Of course, you played in your days for a guy who was a Hall of Famer and had the very, very simple phrase, "Just win, baby."
Just win, baby. Hey, what does that mean? Just win, baby. That's what that means.
That's what it means. Now, of course, they have the new home in Las Vegas, and boy, they are thriving there.
Yeah, I mean, they are doing great financially, and now if they can get something going on the field, it would be really great to see, that's for sure.
A lot of things happening. Bears looking at putting a new stadium, maybe in suburban Chicago, maybe downtown Chicago. You've got so many things happening in the world of football, but that is what also feeds leagues like the Arena League.
Yes.
That thirst for football.
Yes, no doubt about it. And these kids, and I call them kids, but these players, man, they love this game. I have to admit, initially I was thinking, man, are we taking advantage of these kids? But after every game I'm at, these kids come up to me and say, "Tim, thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know where I'll be without this league right now." So I'm very happy to see that happen.
Crockett on the return. He's taking it down inside the 5, but a penalty marker is down back at the 15-yard line. Let me tell you, being around these young men, it keeps an old guy like me happy and young because you see their enthusiasm. You see, and these guys, I know here, I can only say it about our guys, they are involved in this city.
No doubt. No, and that's what you want. I mean, that's the pattern for a successful team. If you can get the boys invested in the city, out in the public doing things, it makes it great for everybody involved.
Well, and one thing Tony O'Neill has done, he's not been afraid he's not going to hold somebody back if they get an offer after this season to go to maybe another level.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's why we're here. We're trying to get these guys to the next level.
Because that then the word goes around with players saying, hey, they're looking after you. They hand off there as Jordan Ambrose gets it, and he doesn't get much as he is tackled by a pile of Harbor Monsters at the 4-yard the 9-yard line. He picks up 2.
Yeah, this offense just isn't clicking tonight. A play like that early in the season or a couple weeks ago, he would get 10 yards off of it. The blocking scheme just wasn't on point right there. So these guys got to pick it up. They got a chance if they can pick this thing up and get a score right here.
Now 2nd down and 8 from their own 9-yard line for the Wise Guys, trailing 37-15. The pass far side, bullet pass to the 17-yard line, and against the boards on the far side. Pass complete to Terrell Brown, who came into the game tonight, 2nd leading receiver in terms of number of catches, and he gets enough for the 1st down. And maybe the spark is happening for them a little bit.
I mean, they just got to be more consistent and more than 1 or 2 plays. They got to put 3 or 4 plays back to back to back.
It'll be from their own 17-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. 3 wideouts with 1 in motion to the near side. Low snap. Ambrose breaks 1 tackle. Can't break a 2nd. He can't break the tackle of Dante Mason. Tyrick Mann comes over and mops up on the play at the 18-yard line. A gain of only 1, and it's 2nd down and 9.
And another thing they need to think about now, they need to pick up the pace a little bit. I know we have a very quick clock, but they're down 3 scores. They need to pick up their pace a little bit, jog back to the huddle, and get ready for the play.
St. Joe did a great job of that this season. They were like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And we get a penalty marker. We have early motion. We also have encroachment.
Offense number 15. 5 yards.
It is early motion on Vincent Hobbs. And of course, right now you're kind of in a market that, well, of course we're in Minnesota, but right across the bridge we've got Packer territory.
Sure.
Football's big up here.
Football's huge up here, no doubt about it.
From the 13-yard line, 2nd down. As Ambrose rolls near side, throws along the near boards. Catch made in Harbor Monster territory, about the 20. Maxwell takes him down, but we've got a penalty marker back inside the 10-yard line.
Holding. 7.
Ouch.
It wasn't even close.
Replay, 2nd down.
Yeah, he had him a chokehold around the neck. It was a great bull rush there by Chai Hill. And he just did what he could for his quarterback to have time to throw that football.
That holding penalty will be enforced after this is the goal. Replay, 2nd down.
6 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Here in quarter number 3, Harbor Monsters lead 37-15. Of course, this is a team on a roll. They came in combining in the regular season finale and the semifinal to score a total of 140 points against the Lunkers.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that offensively they can really make it happen, and they're just having a more difficult time tonight. But
but you never know. You get a turnover, you get a takeaway.
That's right.
And in this game, I have learned 6 minutes, 30 seconds and a quarter is a lot of time.
A lot of time, no doubt.
Growing up in Texas, were you a Cowboys fan?
I was a huge Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Tony Dorsett, Drew Pearson, guys I loved.
Tony Dorsett, former Pitt Panther, Drew Pearson. And those were great, 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 great days down in Dallas.
Well, I tell you, Hill is giving Big 77 for Hot Springs all he can handle right now. And I think the big boy is about to explode. So, and I don't mean that in a good way.
No. Kyle started the season with the Harbor Monsters. And ironically, he inadvertently tripped up a receiver for the Harbor Monsters that might have given the Harbor Monsters a victory back in the third week of the season.
Wow.
Here is Ambrose setting it long down the near side. Intercepted. Trey Wortham.
Penalty. They call it pass interference.
They called pass interference on Wortham for pushing off on Troy Evans. Once a wide receiver, folks, always a wide receiver.
It's always on the defense. It's never on the offense.
Of course, one of the other things growing up in Texas.
Pass interference. Defense number 24. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Is that something called Friday Night Under the Lights is a little bit big down in Texas, isn't it? High school football.
Right. High school football in Texas is a big, big deal.
I mean, you've got high schools that have stadiums as big as Division II.
Yeah. I mean, we got out in Allen, I think the stadium seats about 28,000. So, and there's 28,000 people there every game too. So.
Well, everything's big in Texas,
That's
though.
what they say.
Yeah, that's right. Tim Brown here with us. Notre Dame being touted as one of the teams to watch out for coming up as we head into the new season. And their new coach, they've done a pretty good job with him.
Yeah, I mean he's a player's coach, but at the same time, man, he's very tough on these guys, and I think they love it. And they're going out performing for him. That's all you can ask.
So it's first down and 10 at their own 12. Pass complete, wide open, not much yard after the catch against the boards across the way on the completion there to Quay Hicks. Well, of course, coaching in South Bend, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all, none at all.
As a Catholic boy growing up in Chicago, I got a heavy dose of the Fighting Irish, but wound up going to the University of Illinois. There is Ambrose, and he's got running room to the 15. Caught from behind. Oh, my goodness. What a hit by Tyrick Mann. He caught him from behind.
Yeah, and unfortunately rolling up there on Troy Evans. Hopefully everything's all right down on the field.
Yeah, that was, that as a receiver, that is the worst thing that can happen to you right there. Get rolled up from the back.
Yeah.
And they're checking him out now. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
I actually think it's not his legs. I think it's his back. I think his back got hit.
Evans is the one that got shaken up on the play. Number 7 there.
Yep, the receiver. He caught a helmet or shoulder pad right. Bam.
Oh.
Yeah, in the back.
By his own guy. Ouch. Well, this is not a sport meant for the faint-hearted. This is a physical sport. Now we have trying to see, did Tony throw the red flag down there?
I think he was maybe trying to challenge a running lane, but it looked like Ambrose was in there through and through.
And, of course, the running lane, the new rule added this year that a quarterback cannot get outside that running lane, which are the 2 hash marks, until he's past the line of scrimmage.
Yes, we worked very hard on that last offseason, so I'm glad to see it's paying off for us.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall listening to. No, seriously.
Yeah.
How these things come about. Ball is at the Harbor Monster 11, and it's first down and 10. Waiting for the snap. Roderick Chapman is back there. Chapman was going to get the snap.
Offense number 6.
Ball start on Trevion James. So it'll back him up 5 yards. It'll be first down and 15. Back at the 16-yard line. 3:45 remaining, folks, here in quarter number 3. Harbor Monsters lead 37-15. For those listening on radio in Duluth Superior, we welcome you along, and on northlandfan.com for the audio stream. All right, Armstrong going to take the snap all by himself in the backfield. Gets it, looks, throws, wide open catch at the 10, and into the end zone is Roderick Chapman. It is a 16-yard reception. Clock still runs until after the point after.
Oh, well.
Hey, this is my second year. Last week starting, it was like going to school every week.
I mean, yeah, I tell you, we have these meetings after every game, and I tell you what, they can have your head hurting sometimes.
Well, the point also being is that but it's also, people say, well, how is that? And I said, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun. I enjoy it. Now here is a 2-point try. Ambrose flushed out to the near side. Ambrose throws. Catch made in play.
It's incomplete.
And it's incomplete. The catch, and then the receiver went over the wall, which he can do, but he has to maintain possession. And that was Chapman, I believe.
Oh, God.
Goodness gracious. Well, in the semifinal game, we had back-to-back plays with the Lunkers, with the receiver going out of bounds and over the wall here, and then in the far corner, where the receiver basically wound up halfway into the women's room.
Oh, God.
I'm not kidding.
But he secured the catch. I believe that was Ray J. Johnson-Sanders last week who came down for that.
Yeah, they got that. Those were the plays of the week in the league.
But when you're trying to get your offense back on track, that was probably one of the longest drives we've seen all season. They got the ball with 9 minutes to go after the safety, and now with 2:22 to go in the third quarter. It was good to get points on the board for Hot Springs, but I'd like to do it quicker than that.
Yeah, and that's a problem with this offense. I mean, all year they've been a bruising, beat you up type offense. They hadn't been a quick score offense, and now they need to score quickly, and it's a little problematic for them.
Well, they need a couple of 8-point scores. Here's a throw-off that sails out of bounds in the corner, and that'll bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. Biggest adjustment, Tim, I've had to make is you're so used to figuring down in distance or the distance on a play with a 50-yard line. 25 just made it a little tougher.
It made it a little tougher, no doubt.
The ball will be placed at midfield, first down.
So it'll be Harbor Monsters ball at midfield, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. We're visiting with Tim Brown, the commissioner of the Arena League, who will be here to crown the new champion. Right now, you've got to like the Harbor Monsters' chances, but there's still 17 minutes of play left in the second half.
Yes, anything can happen.
Hey, I'm a Bears fan. I know anything can happen, and it's not always good. All right, from the 25, Javante, and in the backfield there, he has got Maxwell. Maxwell gets the carry, sweeps to the near side. No, correction, that's Couch. And a penalty marker down at the 20-yard line. Couch takes it into the end zone.
Holding, offense number 81. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
It's coming back.
Seemed too good to be true, and that's exactly what happened right there. Dan Williams got too much of the jersey of Roderick Chapman right there.
Well, he threw him down. That's what you can't do. When you throw him down, only you can throw somebody down if you got to grab him. Mm-hmm. So
all the way back to the 20-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 15 from their own 20-yard line after the holding call. 2 wideouts far side, including Couch in the slot. Now he goes in motion, and of course this is the other nuance that if you're new to Arena League football, 2 men in motion at the same time. Nice catch, McAllister. McAllister coughs up the football. And it's recovered by Crockett.
Well, here we go, guys.
He coughed it up on the tackle across the way.
Here we go.
Yep. Just over a minute to go, third quarter, and suddenly the doors cracked open just a little bit.
Yes.
For the Wise guys.
They're coming and going off the bench a little quicker than they were a couple minutes ago when I mentioned that they were coming off with their head held down, and now, they got a little bit more energy. So let's see what happens here.
Ironically, it was the third quarter. Arbor Monsters had the lead at halftime, but they had a terrible third quarter, which enabled the Wise guys to pick up their first ever victory, which was here, the home opening game of the season. All right, so they're going to put them at their own 17, 1st and 10 after the fumble. They're coming on the blitz. Here is Ambrose, and he is dropped for a loss on the play. Tyrick Mann and Michael Austin Fields combined to knock him down back at the 12-yard line for a loss of 6.
I know Ambrose all year has been able to get out of these kind of tackles and make plays, but sometimes you just got to give the ball up. He had a chance at his receiver in the middle of the field. He thought about it, but chose to try and break the tackle and just couldn't make it happen.
And Fields threw a shoe. And had to race back to the bench. All right, 2nd and 16 from their own 12. Ambrose rolling near side, high pass, tipped in the air, intercepted, and taken into the end zone. Quintavious Workman got the deflection and takes it in for the score.
And that, my good people, may be the end. Oh, boy.
You don't want to talk about daggers after 3 quarters.
Tell you what, just to tell you, got to make that catch. I know it's tough, you get hit in the back, but you got to find a way to secure that catch. Sometimes it's okay to jump and catch a ball. When you're just trying to secure the catch, jump up and catch it, right there. If he jumps, he gets hit in the back, not the head, where he had to go forward and all that. So
a 20-yard fumble return by Quintavious Workman. There's somebody playing both sides of the football this evening. And they put the ball at the 10. The Harbor Monsters will go for a 2-point conversion, leading 43-21, and this will be the final play of the third quarter. So they'll have wideouts left and right, plus a slot receiver far side. Snap back to Javante, lobbing it into the end zone, into heavy traffic. It's a jump ball, and coming away with it, Roderick Chapman.
This is the end of the third quarter.
So that's the end of the third quarter. Tim Brown, an honor to meet you, an honor to talk with you.
Absolutely. This is
and
great.
We hope you have a great stay the rest of the time here in Duluth.
Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Back with the fourth quarter after this 2-minute timeout.
Your table is waiting at Barker's Waterfront Grill. Enjoy fine drinks and great cuisine in our lounge or out on the patio with
Unleash your inner Kong in Donkey Kong Bonanza. Rated everyone 10 and up. Only on Nintendo Switch 2.
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
Well, it seemed pretty boring to live in this town, till Miss Vera Jane ran the sheriff down.
Your table is waiting at Barker's Waterfront Grill. Enjoy fine drinks and great cuisine in our lounge or out on the patio with great views of the marina. Sink your teeth into baby back ribs with our Thursday night special. Friday night, enjoy all the fish you can eat. Saturday night, prime rib is queen. Starting May 29th, join us for live music every Thursday from 5 to 7 with Tom Cockett. Great view and dining at Barker's Waterfront Grill.
337. You are the big winner.
We have 1 quarter to go here at the deck. 43-21, a 22-point lead for the Harbor Monsters, and 15 minutes on the clock to go. The throw-off coming. Harbor Monsters now defending the goal down to our left. And the throw coming from Trey Wortham. And he aims it low, and it goes out of play. I guess trying to avoid kind of the
throw off out of bounds.
Ozark Lunkers throw-off philosophy, I guess.
He will be forced to the midfield
We
line.
talked to Tom Butters in between weeks. But yeah, just when Hot Springs thinks they have the momentum with the fumble by McAllister.
Just when you think.
The tip pass, pick six by Mr. Dudall in both ways. Quintavious Workman. First interception of the year, I'd like to say, and he found the end zone.
Well, again, Tony finding players that he could use on both sides of the football. And I think that's a huge reason for the Harbor Monsters' success. From midfield, 1st and 10, as Ambrose gets the snap. Throws long down the near side, caught. Touchdown, near corner, Troy Evans. Touchdown, Wise Guys. That didn't take long at all. Wow. A penalty marker, but thrown after the play. Troy Evans hit on the dead run on a great pass there by Dustin Ambrose. Just hit him right on the numbers.
Yeah, but funny enough, you can throw the ball in the stands, you can do whatever you want to it, but there's no kicking in the Arena League, and he kicked it into the stands as well.
The touchdown. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 7 kicking the ball. That penalty will be enforced after the throw-off. Hot Springs has a conversion attempt.
Because everybody knows in the Arena League, there is no kicking.
There is no kicking whatsoever, even if it's for a celebration. It's a new one here in Arena Mania 2.
So it trims it to 43-27, and there's still 13 and a half minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. They're going for 2 as Ambrose, still retreating, dumps it off short to Hobbs. Hobbs to the near side, to the 10, to the 5, and put into the boards by Workman. And it's no good. 13-17 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Harbor Monsters lead is 43-27. But that illustrates exactly what we have been talking about, and I say, you announcers trying to keep us interested in the game. No, that's how quick things can happen.
Yeah, and with the short field to work with right there, one play, maybe miscommunication in the secondary for the Harbor Monsters, but another pep in the step for the Hot Springs Wise Guys. If you can get points on the board quickly, they've been missing that big play all night, and they finally got it here in the fourth quarter.
So now the Harbor Monsters will get it back. A reminder that you are listening to WEBC, Duluth Superior 106.5 FM, 560 AM. Our listeners on northlandfan.com, streaming as well, along with Fan Club, our video stream, and on YouTube. Did I feel a nice breath of cool air? Say it isn't so. Here we are. Catch in the end zone, far side. Maxwell gets it out to the 8, and that's as far as he gets. And it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line for the Harbor Monsters.
You got to remember the foul after the touchdown, so they're going to get 15 yards additional for the return.
Right. So, well, there it is. Now they are adding that to the return. And the guys with the chains and the down marker keep marching. And the ball is spotted at the Duluth 22-yard line. So all that in the penalty picks up 14 yards, and it's a 1st and 10. Whitlock over the ball to snap it to Javante Johnson. One receiver going to the slot far side, giving him 3 across the way. As Javante gets a good snap, throwing it into the end zone. Couch in the corner. Oh, he was so near, yet so far. Late in getting over to cover, there was Zeno Hannibal, but he was just not able to reach across the wall and bring it in.
Yeah, that's one where Javante let that one develop a little bit too long downfield. If he would have hit Jamal as he crossed about the 10-yard line and put that ball on the money, it would have been an easy touchdown. It's a great route there by Couch.
So now with 2nd down and 10 from their own 22. There's Williams with a quick out pass, and he breaks one tackle and then is put into the boards. Again, that's how you tackle when they're along the boards. You're the opposing team. You got to put them into those boards, and that is considered tackled. Out to the 20, a pickup there on the play of 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2.
I liked what Williams did right there. I'm not going to run around you, or I'm just going to run right through you. And a good job there by Dan to pick up 8 yards.
There's a quick pitch to Jamal Couch, sweeping around the near side as a 1st down. 3, 4, take him down eventually inside the 5-yard line. I think there were 5, maybe 6 to take him down. And, of course, Jamal wears number 6, so I guess he figured that's how many it's going to take.
Yeah, and the only reason why there wasn't 7 is because of the great block downfield by Travis Whitlock put one of the Wise guys right on his backside.
16 yards for Jamal. 1st and goal from the Wise guys' 4-yard line. Just about 4 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Running back to the right of Javante is Jamal Couch. He gets the handoff, sweeps to the far side, but got tripped up on a nice shoestring tackle by Crockett. That takes some strength to do that.
Yeah, tough running back in Jamal Couch. Receiver by trade, but that was a great open field tackle.
So the ball, let's see, it's at the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Now wide up, Williams far side. Now backs in an eye. Hassan gets the pitch, goes to the far side, leaps into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Harbor Monsters. Touchdown. And I'm happy it happened for Hassan Brockman.
Yeah, next play mentality and the next guy up for the Harbor Monsters. And Brockman has been waiting for his number to be called, and he finally got it there, and a nice score for Brockman to extend the lead for the Harbor Monsters.
He'd only appeared in 1 of the last 4 games, but kept going to practice, and I'm just happy to see him get that score. Makes it 49-27. Harbor Monsters will go for 1. Clock running during the try for the point. We're at 9.5 minutes remaining. Williams in motion near side. Javante tipped in the air by Williams, and then the deflection picked up by Workman.
Well, Workman had the tipped interception, and why not the tipped point after as well? Usually you don't like 2 receivers running the same route. Quick slants over the middle. Right place, right time for Contavious Workman.
Right place, right time. So the Harbor Monsters now up by 23 points, 50-27. And every tick of the clock brings the Harbor Monsters closer to their goal of winning back-to-back championships.
And that's all the offense needs to do. If the defense gives up a score, just respond and get another points on the board. If you can get points on the board, keeps that lead to above 3 scores. That's exactly what they've done so far in the second half.
Now Wortham with the throw-off from left to right. Waiting for it is Crockett inside his own 5-yard lines down below us. And the left-handers throw. Crockett from the 8 to the 10 to the 15, near side 20, 25. Tried to squeeze through, but again, put into the wood by the Harbor Monsters. Looked like Sessoms was there for the tackle. Also there was Spruce. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wise Guys at their own 24-yard line. Wow. Boy, the Harbor Monsters have taken the drama out of this when they scored on their last 2 possessions of the first half and then scored on the very first possession to start the third quarter. That really, really opened up the door. 50-27, under 9 minutes remaining. Receiver wide out motion. We've got a penalty marker, and crossing the line of scrimmage early
Number 7.
was Troy Evans, who came across the line of scrimmage before the snap, and so it'll cost him 5.
Yeah, and things aren't going well for the offense. You got to score quickly. Starting behind the line of scrimmage in the sticks is not a good start.
No, from this point on, you really got to think we've got to do everything mistake-free. You just can't afford any mistakes. Crowd yelling defense. Pass. Brown gets the pass and is hit immediately. Oh, and then we get a late hit. A late hit by Lavelle Spruce. And that's going to cost some yardage to the Harbor Monsters. The pass to Brown, and he just got nailed.
Yeah, it was a great job there by Mallory and Mason to get him into the boards.
Personal foul. Defense number 7. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Granted, Evans kept on running, but that's a play that Lavelle Spruce cannot make. The whistle was blown, and you just can't do that. Give him a free first down.
You've got to keep your wits. You got to be aware. So it's down to the Harbor Monster 13-yard line with the play and the unsportsmanlike conduct. 1st and 10 at the Harbor Monster 13. We are nearing the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Wide out near side, wide out far side. Man in motion goes to the slot, and somebody got up early, and I don't know whether it was Hobbs who got out of his three-point stance or it was Michael Austin Fields coming in.
Offside, defense number 33,
yeah,
5-yard penalty, first down.
Fields was in the neutral zone.
Yeah, back-to-back penalties now by the Harbor Monsters. It gives another breath of fresh air for the Hot Springs Wise Guys.
So it goes to the 8-yard line. It's 1st down and 5. They can get a first down by getting it to the 3-yard line. Wide out far side, wide out in motion this side of Evans. Now as Ambrose is thrown down. How did Shy Hill do that? Of course, you're talking about the leader in sacks and TFLs from the Washington team, the Washington State team in Arena Football 1. And he never stopped coming here.
No, I think that's his 3rd and a half sack tonight unofficially. And Shy Hill's letting his presence felt all over the field and continuously throughout this game.
So it's now 2nd down and 10 from their 13. Bad low snap, but picked up and handled by Ambrose. And he is running for his life, throws into the end zone. It's up for a battle. Who's got it? It's a touchback. Harbor Monsters. And yes.
That's going to be a hold.
And I think a block in the back as well.
Yeah, it'll be Harbor Monsters football regardless.
Holding. Offense number 77. That play is declined. The result of the play was an interception. First down, Duluth Harbor Monsters.
Another takeaway. Another takeaway for the Harbor Monster defense. And that has been a valuable piece of the puzzle for this team in their march to this game here tonight.
Yep, and that's the leader, Dante Mason. Leads the team in tackles, got another interception to his name right there. And in the biggest point of the game, the offense can score here. You don't want to consider a ball game just yet because it can flip on its head in the Arena League, but they'd be very comfortable with the 4-score lead.
You know, coming into the game, Maxwell and Mason combined for 107 combined tackles. Their own 5-yard line is where this drive will start. First down and 10 for the Harbor Monsters, leading 50-27. They're blitzing. Pass to the near side, looking for Couch. Incomplete at the 10-yard line. Covered on the play by Vishon Palmer. Second and 10.
Well, yeah, go.
So it'll be second and 10 at the 5-yard line for the Monsters. 6:05 remaining. High snap. Javante fumbles it, and it winds up deflected into the hands of Sessoms. Sessoms to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Did he get it in?
He's
to
short.
The touchdown?
He's short. Unbelievable. What seemed like disaster.
For those of you watching at home, here we go. Fumble in and out of the hands of Primes. And then it wound up, and sometimes the bounces come your way. Well, they may. Nope, they got him down at the 2-yard line. Still.
I'm speechless right there.
48-yard fumble tipped pass return.
Yeah, that's an interception.
How do I describe it?
I don't think there is.
Timeout, Hot Springs. The first timeout of the second half.
Because sometimes the baseball official score in me goes, okay, how do we make sense of what just happened? A fumble, and then another fumble, back-to-back fumbles, and a tip into the hands of Sessoms.
Yeah, Javante never had a clean grasp. It was a high snap from the start, bobbled it, pressure in the backfield. You said Prime was in there, and Sessoms just kind of ripped it out of the Darien Primes. Otherwise, he would have had an easy fumble recovery, pick six, whatever you want to call it. But on the opposite side, now they started on the 5. Now they're on the front doorstep of the Hot Springs Wise Guys.
I think it caught Primes by surprise. It got tipped, and all of a sudden, it was like, whoa, how come it's in my hands all of a sudden? And he never could get the grip on it and deflected it to Sessoms. So it's now at the 2-yard line, first and goal. Snap. Now Couch gets the handoff and takes it in. Touchdown. Couch, Jamal Couch, adding icing to the cake for the Harbor Monsters this evening.
It's been their bread and butter on the goal line or inside the 5 even. Just a little toss to Jamal Couch, followed his blocker, and Sosa Maxwell, and he's into the end zone. Chance to extend this thing to 30 here in the point after.
And folks, to put it into perspective, 1 year ago tomorrow, August the 10th of last year, Harbor Monsters really kind of escaped with a 46-44 win over Iowa to win the championship. Here, they're looking for 2, leading 56-27. And that is Javante. Plenty of time. Throws. And for some reason, Maxwell pulled his arms back. I don't know whether he thought he was about to make contact with an unyielding wall in the corner, but he just pulled his arms back, and it's no good, just for the record books. 4:09 to go, fourth quarter. Goodness gracious.
Well, you mentioned a year ago they beat the Iowa Woo, and a player on that team was Jamal Couch.
Yep.
We're going to say he's going to came to the good side here up in Duluth, where the fans are loving it here.
Well, always good for insurance salesmen to be making sales calls.
Yeah.
Yikes. Folks are having fun tonight, and that's the idea. Good, affordable family fun. And, I mean, it got down inside of a minute, and it's like, well, this is no problem. All of a sudden, and then Iowa got on the 4th and 20. And all of a sudden, 46-44. Now the throw off. Crockett from the 5 ahead to the 10, along the 15 to the near side, and is tackled at the 15-yard line. Tackled over there by McAllister and Workman. So it's at the 16-yard line for the Wise guys. And I'll say this, having worked in Memphis and having been to Hot Springs several times, don't take this finish and let it color the success that you had this year.
Yeah, no doubt. First year in the league, too.
1st and 10 from their own 16. Can't do that. And here is Ambrose, and it's just been that kind of a night, as combining for the tackle, Tyrick Mann along with Michael Austin Fields. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13 from the 13-yard line. Clock winding, 3:19. Ambrose gets the snap. Throws, blocked at the line of scrimmage. And that probably was Fields that did that.
Well, I think it might have been Lester. You think
it could have been, yeah, it could have been.
To his back. So maybe returning the favor from way back in week 3. It's Kyle Lester.
Yeah, it's nice, but this one counts a lot more.
Oh, absolutely it does.
3rd down and 13 from the 13-yard line. We're getting close to the 2-minute warning. The snap back to Ambrose. Ambrose is tackled for a loss at the 5-yard line. And is combined for Lavelle Spruce and Shy Hill. And it's 4th down. And we're about to get the 2-minute warning. They'll stop the clock.
Hot Springs has elected to surrender. First down, Harbor Monsters.
Well, 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. And we're not quite to the 2-minute warning. There's 2:04 left on the clock. But this has been something tonight. The Harbor Monsters, don't miss your chair. Nope, they're going to go ahead and take the 2-minute timeout. And, well, now I see one clock at 2. Now they got back on the 2:04. So I guess we're going to have one more play before the official 2-minute warning. Javante Johnson pumps fakes to the far side. Throwing for Brockman. And it's picked off. Picked off by Crockett inside the 5-yard line.
The result of the play is interception.
Crockett on the interception. 2-minute warning. Back with the final minutes of this one after this timeout.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Superior Funland. We're your local indoor playground, open 6 days a week and located in the Mariner Business Center. Funland is a great place to host birthday parties and other events. Visit us at superiorfunland.com.
Food and live events. So much to do under one roof. From golf to shooting to private karaoke. With a large event space for parties or other occasions, you won't believe your eyes. Fun in all forms is found at the Caddy Shack in Lincoln Park, the Craft District.
When you're in a pinch and need a meal fast, turn to your local Super One Foods. Super One is proud to offer convenient, delicious grab-and-go food options that are sure to satisfy even the picky eater in your family. Stop by your neighborhood Super One Foods, serving you lower prices and better choices.
1 minute, 54 seconds remaining. It'll be Wise Guys ball, their own 5, 1st and 10, trailing 56-27. Ambrose throws, Brown catches against the wall, nobody hit him there, and so he runs it out to the 15-yard line, picks up about 10, nope, they're going to say 8. He gets it out to the 13-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 2 from their own 13. Second down and short. Ambrose in trouble, sacked by Lavelle Spruce and Michael Austin Fields.
Well, I would not be shocked one bit if the sacks are in the double digits tonight for the Harbor Monsters. They have gave Ambrose no room to breathe at all, and they've certainly shut down this passing attack and the running attack. Because Ambrose back in week 3 ran for 134 yards against this defense.
3rd down and 9. Loss of 7 on the sack. Ambrose awaits the snap at his own goal line. Looks far side, pumps once, dumps it off near side. Catch made at the 15 by Quay Hicks. It's ruled incomplete, could not hang on to it. Looked like he did, but it's knocked free. Hicks cannot hang on, so with 4th down and 9 at their own 6-yard line.
Hot Springs is elected to surrender.
30 seconds remaining, folks. 30 seconds remaining. And they got Coach with the Gatorade.
Both teams are on the field. I don't know if they're just going to waive the final 30 seconds or what. It would just be 2 knees, and that would do it.
And that's where the ball is, back at the 15-yard line, officially 1st and 10 with 30.5 seconds remaining. Let's going to be a long 1,000-mile bus ride back to Hot Springs from here.
Yeah, it is going to be lots of bruises to tend on that sideline.
But they came in. They knew what they had to do. They knew what they'd have to neutralize, and they couldn't do that tonight. And the Harbor Monsters, believe me, they are still thinking about that loss back in the third week of the season. I promise you they are. There's one knee taken. Players start embracing. Folks, Arena Mania 2. League Championship number 2, 10 seconds away to make it official. And the Harbor Monsters, they take it all the way to the house. It's over. 56-27 is the final score here at the deck. You can crown them champions once again. And there was no real doubt in this one tonight.
No, not at all. Back-to-back champs, you said it best, and there was no doubt about it. They started off the second half with a bang, scoring early, but the defense set the tone to start the game, and they finished the game as well. So hats off to the defense, and the offense did what they needed to do as well.
Yep. It's happened. And one thing that I had told a lot of folks, I think once you won it last year, you know now what you've got to do to have it happen again. Like last year was like, okay, all right, we won. But now it's like, we know what we got to do. And it was an emphatic victory this evening of 29 points, 56-27. The trophy's been brought out. The wise guys of Hot Springs have nothing to be ashamed of. Not a bit.
Not one bit at all.
No. Well, it'll be what the amazing thing is we pointed out in the pregame show, 14 of the players that we played against in the third week were still on this team, which showed you the pretty good core that they had to begin with and gelled and got better. No, this was no gimme by any stretch, but the team that was more physical was able to come away with the victory this evening. Something that the head coach, Tony O'Neill, who, by the way, is also the defensive coordinator, you know how much pride he's taking in that.
Yeah, and their defense led the entire league in points, takeaways, you name it, and the sacks tonight just piled up time and time again, and it was just a fantastic and phenomenal effort by this defense. And it was just non-stop all night long.
125 points they scored in the semifinals and tonight combined. The trophy shining brightly in the spotlight down at midfield. They were going to have the presentation, but right now they're kind of doing it like they do in the Stanley Cup. They're handing it from coach to coach, player to player. And second year in the league, second verse, as Hermits would say, and Henry VIII, second verse, same as the first. Yep. We will have a post-game show coming up with Riley and Tim Brown.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we heard Tim.
Okay.
Let's send it on down to the field now, where the presentation will take place officially.
All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me or no?
Well, there we go.
Hey, everybody.
I don't want to, that's for sure. You got it?
All right, give everybody some space here. Space.
Come on, man. All right, everybody, it's Tim Brown, the commissioner of this league. Let's give it up for the Duluth Harbor Monsters. Let's give it up. And before we get too far into that, let's give Hot Springs, they did an incredible job. First year of the league. Let's give it up for those guys also. All right, now give it up for yourself, fans. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be who we are without you guys. Thank you so much. Coach, back to back. That's incredible that you guys were able to do this. Where's that trophy at? Let's get this man his trophy for the second time. Congratulations, Arena Mania 2. There you go, Coach. You want to say something? Say something to the people.
I just want to thank y'all for always having our backs, making sure that we was allowed to be accepted in this community, continuous support. This is for you.
All right. Do we have the MVP? All right.
Riley.
All right, MVP. Y'all know who it is. Vontae Johnson, come on out here, baby. Come on out here.
Yeah, me too.
Great job, brother. Congratulations to you. Say something to the people.
Hey, thank y'all for being here, and I love my brothers.
All right. All right, guys. Another successful year for the Arena League. Looking forward to next year. Will it be a three-peat? All right, guys. God bless you guys. Take care. Be safe.
Commissioner Tim Brown presenting the trophy to head coach Tony O'Neill. Riley Underwood's down there as well. And we are told we will get both Ronnie and Tim on in a post-game show here as we get closer to 10 o'clock. I don't know. Trying to find out. Oh, that's Brent LeBrie talking.
Back to back.
The man in the hat. Pictures being taken now as the team on the rostrum out there, and everybody is there. They're putting up two as to signify two. There's Steve, the general manager, standing in there now. Yeah.
There it is. Give it up for Steve.
Talk about MVPs. There could have been a lot of selections this evening.
One more hand around for your 2025
Arena League champion, back-to-back Duluth Harbor Monsters!
All righty. Well, if there was a turning point, and I'd like to say we predicted it, but I don't really know, other than is when the Harbor Monsters closed out the first half and scored on their last two possessions, if I can find the right page, and then had the ball because they deferred with the coin toss to the third quarter, first drive there, and scored right there. That seemed to be the tipping point.
Yep, and it really set the tone, started off the second half. And mentioned the turnover on downs by the Wise guys. Just 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jamal Couch 8-yard touchdown reception was huge. With just 7 seconds to go in the first half. And then 2 plays, a 28-yard Dan Williams touchdown really blew the doors off this thing, and they didn't look back ever since.
You take a look, I was looking at Couch, a 9-yard reception touchdown. Couch, an 8-yard reception touchdown. How about Sosa Maxwell with an 8-yard rushing touchdown in the second quarter? Harbor Monsters led 25-13 at halftime, and then came out and that big play by Williams from the 22-yard line, the reception, that opened it up to 31-13, and then guess what? Second play of their next drive, Ambrose fumbled. Hill comes up with it. 2 plays later, another touchdown, 37-13, and there were still 10 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Harbor Monsters did give up a 2-point, Mason with an interception, but then the Harbor Monsters fumbled in the end zone for his safety, and Chapman with a 16-yard score for them. One of only 2 scores in the second half for the Wise guys. All righty, let's go down to Riley Underwood. He's got the MVP there. Riley.
(56-27), the final score from Duluth, Minnesota. And Arena Mania 2, the Harbor Monsters take the victory over the Wise guys. Riley Underwood joined by the Arena Mania 2 MVP, the quarterback, Javante Johnson. 4 touchdowns in the win. How'd you get it done today?
Sticking together, man. Sticking with the game plan, believing in each other, holding each other accountable, having each other's back. Everything about each other. It was an each other night tonight.
I mean, congratulations on the win, first and foremost. I mean, that's big time. Back-to-back now. And you faced some adversity along the way. I mean, parts of last year, you lost your starting job. Coming into this year, it was in question. From that moment to now being named the MVP of the championship game, 2 rings, how's that feel?
I mean, it feels amazing. You know, it kind of feels like this is my league, but, you know, I won't go into all of that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be everybody else's. It's Duluth's league. It's my league. It's our league. And, yeah, obviously, we're 2-peat. We come back in next year. We don't expect nothing different. The only difference we expect from this year to next year is not to have 2 losses in our loss column.
So you're calling the undefeated season on 3-peat right now?
100%.
All right. Talk about the defense. I mean, that was big. Hot Springs, they really couldn't get anything going offensively. That allowed you, obviously, to score some big plays on offense and not have to worry so much about answering back every time. Tell me about the defense.
It's been that way the whole year, man. It's times in the game where, you know, maybe we got to go score because of our defense, but it's way more times than our defense is going to get a stop for us and we get to get the ball back, and then we get to get the ball back, and then we get to get the ball back. And as long as we capitalize on offense, like I said, every game should have been this way this year. That's what I think.
You got some big-time receivers, too.
Sure.
How much easier does that make your game when you got these guys that can just go up and snag it?
Well, they play cover 0 almost the whole game. Obviously, a big mistake for them. It made it easy for me by having these big guys. So, yeah, I mean, we knew cover 0 wouldn't work. It's kind of like a disrespectful type of thing. Obviously, that was their game plan. They've been working for it for the last few weeks. But nobody has receivers like we do. Nobody has a quarterback like we do. Nobody got our lineman or center like we do. So, you know, I feel like they should have mixed it up, but it is what it is.
What was the game practice? What was Coach Tony O'Neill saying to you guys the whole week leading up to this championship game?
For me, it was getting the ball out. For defense, it was communicating and rallying. For my wide receivers, it was attacking the ball. And we always preach the same thing, the standard, holding each other accountable and having each other's back.
A lot of turnovers last year. Just for you specifically stating the facts, how have you been able to limit your turnovers and kind of play safer and smarter this year?
Well, last year it was like no blockers, everybody rushed. It was a little different last year, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot easier to get flustered, like flattered, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this way it worked a lot better.
We got Rip behind us, the Harbor Monster. Talk about the support you get from the mascots, the fans, everyone in the community here in Duluth.
I think this might be. You saw how packed it was tonight. I'm pretty sure it was sold out. Yeah, I think this is the best place to play. Obviously, I haven't played everywhere, but I personally think it's the best place to play for sure here in Duluth.
Tell me about your coach, the leadership that comes from the coaching staff. How does that trickle down to the rest of the team?
So obviously, we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? To no sense. Even Coach Tony, but it's just the fact of him being able to hold himself accountable and then make changes. And it trickles off on the team, you know what I'm saying? So adversity comes, it's never like too much for us because, we're ready for it, like most of the time.
Congratulations, Javante. Big time in the win.
Best quarterback in the league, you hear me? This man right here, best quarterback in the league.
All right, you heard it. You heard it from number one. You heard it from Hassan Brockman, the best quarterback in the league. Javante Johnson, the Arena Mania 2 MVP. Congratulations, the Golden Ball Trophy. And most importantly, your second ring in a row. Congratulations, Javante.
Thank you, man.
Final here from Duluth, Minnesota, 56-27. It was a dominating win from the Harbor Monsters. It really started off neck and neck. It was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter break. And it was 13-13 midway through the second. All of a sudden, 2 quick stops by the defense, 2 quick touchdowns by the offense for Duluth, and they took a 25-13 lead into halftime. That just compounded. Hot Springs could never get the points back that they needed. And there you hear Love Sosa. Duran Sosa Maxwell, another big-time player for the Harbor Monsters today. The defensive back, he had a rushing touchdown as well. This was getting the crowd pumped up all game long. Big-time plays from Quintavious Workman as well. A pick 6 to go along with his receiving touchdown from the wide receiver. And you can't forget about Jamal Couch. He does it every game now, running the ball well, receiving the ball well. 4 total touchdowns from the big wide receiver. Dan the Threat Williams, an underrated piece of this championship roster. Another touchdown for him. And we talked about the defense, how good they've been all season, forcing turnovers. In the semifinal matchup, it was Trey Wortham. He had 2 defensive touchdowns last week versus Ozarks. Today, a big-time player was Dante Mason. 2 interceptions from number 2. Big-time stuff. Also, the defensive line bolstered mid-season by Shai Hill. He was putting up sack numbers, and Jordan Ambrose could never get anything going with his legs, which is how he was so proficient the whole rest of the year. Coming into this game, and he got held quiet. Jordan Ambrose finishes the game. 4 passing touchdowns, good numbers, but he turned the ball over. 2 interceptions for the leader of that offense. It also certainly didn't help that their leading receiver, Aaron Dilworth, was out for the game with a broken hand. Terrell Brown tried to pick up the slack. Troy Evans picked up some slack. He had a touchdown. Travion James had a touchdown. DeWandre Crockett had a late game interception. At the end, it just wasn't enough. Duluth, too talented in this one, and they take home back-to-back championship trophies here in Minnesota, both at the home field, both at the higher seat, so they got their home field advantage. It's been domination. 2 straight in Duluth for the Harbor Monsters. Boy, has it been sweet. Final score in Arena Mania 2. Harbor Monsters 56, Wise Guys 27. Thank you for joining us and sticking with me all season. I'm Riley Underwood. Have a blessed night.
All righty, and thank you.
We don't take no L.
quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.